Well, hello. I'm Matt. Welcome to the good life. I do a little radio show from my backyard in the Hills Casino. I'm a lucky guy. In fact, I'd say luckier than most. I have lots of friends that I like to call stars. Hey, in fact, there's one now. You probably know Ryan Stiles, Drew Carey Show. Whose line is it anyway? Black Hawk Down?
I wasn't in Black Hawk Down, Matt. That wasn't me, okay? What are you doing here?
The gate was actually open. I thought I'd take a little jacuzzi-roo.
I got company coming over, okay? People that matter, okay? Get up, go.
Bubbles feel so good,
Look,
Ryan.
Matt, you know what? You gotta stop doing this, okay? I can't be coming home with the wife and kids and you're in my tub, okay? Just get out.
I'm not wearing nothing.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yes, he just passed out. Yeah. Hey, that didn't sound too bad.
Had to lighten them up loud. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. Had to lighten up. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Look at me.
You're calling him, I'm assuming. Oh, the mic came up even without me saying, turn the mic up. Don't turn me back down. Let's enjoy Sarah Vaughan, shall we?
Feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand.
And she knocks this one out of the park.
I get misty just holding your hand.
I love her version, and I love Joe Williams' version of this classic. If you're under 50, you probably don't know it.
Walk my way. And 1,000 violins
Begin to play.
Oh my God. You want to call paramedics and send them over there?
might be the
How
sound
about that?
of the
How about that?
organ
You recognize that song, James McEachin?
tonight.
God, who is this? The paramedics you got online?
I get misty.
Lord.
Well, if you're the paramedics, then the answer is yes. Yeah. Sarah Vaughan singing Misty.
You
Aren't you guys supposed to be on strike?
No, we're not part of that union. Boy, she's getting louder, and I'm trying to talk over her, man. That's
My Lord.
it's amazing how this works, huh?
It's a good deal.
Hey, welcome, my friends. Welcome, my friendlies, to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Hey, make sure my mic is up there, or make sure those mics are down. Just help me here. Help me. It's been a tough
Yeah, I'm
day.
trying to put that first.
Yeah, okay. So, Jimmy, you have your mics down? Okay, excellent.
It was Jimmy's fault.
It's got to be. It's got to be. Popular radio show host Dave Garver, Clint Eastwood, becomes restless in his relationship with his girlfriend.
Hey,
Donna
this is
Mills.
Jimmy Mack. Welcome back.
I know. James.
Doing all the things with smoking crack. Yeah.
Okay. Donna Mills, of course, he messes around on Donna impulsively. He goes out and sleeps with a woman, Jessica Walter, whom he meets in a nightclub. It's not really a nightclub. It's the Sardine Factory in Monterey. After the fact, he finds out that she was not an anonymous hookup, but an obsessive fan who has called in repeatedly to request he play the song Misty. And Garver, who's played by Mr. Eastwood, soon discovers extricating himself from the woman will be no easy feat as she becomes increasingly psychotic. And this man, James McEachin, was the second banana in that movie.
That's right.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite flicks. Yeah.
Sweet Elmonte. Hey, Sweet. Okay, Sweet Elmonte. I love this James McEachin. Happy 93rd birthday, boy. You're pushing it, my friend. What did you say? Is he singing?
He's putting you on.
Oh, okay. Well, of course he's putting. Yeah. So here's a 93-year-old guy acting like an old guy. That was what he. See, that's his bit. Do you believe this? He's 93 years old, yet he's acting as though he's an old guy. Okay, down boy.
I can't even do that right.
All right. Now, James McEachin, who
Sweet Almonte.
he's only been an actor damn near all of his life, and a prolific writer, a tome writer. And I love this man, whom I have known for a number of years. And this man has been in every television show in the 60s, in the 70s, and some in the 80s, but every damn TV show. He's the black guy in the show, right, James?
Sometimes I pass for Caucasian.
Sometimes you'll pass as a Caucasian. Okay, I don't see that happening, but James is no fake black guy. But you don't fit in. You don't fit in with a lot of the blacks who vote for Democrats because you're not a Democrat voter. You sort of love America, and you know that your party has left you, right, James?
Well, lately it's gotten a little strange.
Yes.
What these people doing.
Yeah.
I'm all jokes aside, I'm sitting here at this very, very moment writing. I joined this organization, the BPAA, and for the bodies that were missing. And you know, we have missing soldiers and around 25,000 to 30,000 of them.
Yeah, that's way too many. One is too many, but that's way too many.
I joined that, and I'm trying to figure out how to help them.
Yeah, see, I love this man. He is
War hero.
He is a patriot. He is one of the finest actors in the business. And you were in, and I'm going on record. I made my brother Mart watch this last night. I think it's been a while by his reaction to the movie.
It was so awesome. One of the greatest films I think ever done.
How about from beginning to end?
Just
Misty, Play Misty for Me is the greatest movie in the history of cinema. It
really is.
James McEachin, it is a perfect movie.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Knock off that drinking and doing daylight hours.
Well, I must tell you, I'm not hitting the sauce yet, but boy, it's coming real soon here. Clint Eastwood, who became your pal, and that entire scene at the jazz festival. It really doesn't fit into the movie in any way, shape, or form. But it just seems to me that Clint wanted a reason for hitting the jazz festival, right?
I never quite looked at it that way.
But does that make sense to you now?
Yeah. Well, all they had to do was take the thing that I was carrying. I was carrying the microphone, which nobody.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Oh,
yeah.
So the bottom line here is that you hung with Clint Eastwood, and was this your and Clint? This was your first meeting?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I was in his office when Came in the door, yeah.
And
They wanted Flip Wilson for that role.
oh, they wanted Flip Wilson. Okay, I guess so.
You remember, because he was very hot at the time. And
Yep.
So I didn't know what. I was so new to the business, I didn't know the word role really meant.
Right.
And that's up there.
You're not a.
Just going to ask you that.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, James, you're not on a speakerphone, are you? Because if you are, please get off that thing, because that's where you're.
Okay.
That's where you're finding the problems. Yeah. And a lot of these talk show hosts.
Okay, how's it?
Perfect. Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah. Now you'll be able to hear me. You won't get the slap back, and everything will be fine. And we can discuss the world's greatest movie together. Play Misty for me. You keep laughing because maybe you don't understand.
Jimmy's one of those actors that has always done this. I've known him for a long time.
He's done what?
He's always like kind of poo-pooed what he's done as far as acting. He's like, acting, man. He goes, Marty.
He's just humble.
He goes, you do real stuff. You build stuff.
No.
Waste of my time.
No, I understand that, but we're talking about one specific movie.
Waste of my time.
Okay, but here's the deal. This movie is not a waste of time, because as far as flicks go, it truly is. I think it's up there with Citizen Kane.
It's absolutely
because it
amazing.
Why?
I'll explain. I'll explain. It is held up since 1972. It is still frightening to this day. It is incredibly frightening.
There you go. The truth.
And I don't know why Dave has Mark's mic up right now. That sort of befuddles me.
What Clint wanted to do. He said, I got a good idea. And I said,
Yeah.
And he said, let me talk to, I forgot the girl's name who wrote the thing. And he said, write a sequel to it, to Misty.
Yeah.
And I think Clint was waiting for me to jump all over. And I said, okay, well, fine. He come over after the weekend and said, I got some bad news. Joe Himes was the name.
Okay.
He wanted Joe Himes to write a sequel to a follow-up to Misty, and she had passed away.
Yeah, that'll kill the deal, won't it? Right?
Yeah, well, it did that time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me explain. Let me put a magnifying glass on this movie. I believe that Jessica Walter, as the obsessed fan who is out of her frickin' mind, should have won the Oscar that year for that movie. Do you?
She thinks she should have won it too.
Yeah, well, she did. You know, she passed away over the last couple years.
I told her she was lucky to have been in the movie.
Yeah, wait, you told her what?
I had my way. I said, she was lucky to have been in the movie.
Oh, she was lucky to have been in the movie? Is that? Wait, so did you not get along with? Did you not get along with the woman who played Evelyn?
Nobody. Name me two people other than Clint, and you know the reason why he did. But I don't know why he was so enamored over her, even though he liked the girl.
Donna Mills. Donna Mills, of course.
Donna Mills, yeah. So, but it was the most fun I've ever had on the film, though.
Oh, and
the girl that played the maid on it. Oh God, what was her name?
Clarice Taylor. Clarice Taylor. Yes, it sure as hell was. Jesus, who was on the movie? You or me? My mic just went out. Wait, what happened there? Okay.
The woman that played the maid, who comes in the house and said, "Oh, child."
I'm gonna try this one more time. Clarice Taylor, who played Birdie.
Clarice Taylor.
Thank you.
Clarice Taylor. That's it. Yeah. Maybe I just didn't hear you, but Clarice Taylor.
Yeah.
She walked around the set not speaking to Clint. 3 or 4 times. He said hi. She wouldn't even say hi to him.
No way. Why is that?
Well, Clint was finally said what was wrong. He said she didn't like him because she knew that she found out that she thought that Clarice was a tailor, was a seamstress or something like that, and not a real actress.
Oh, no kidding. Well, what was she an actress?
Oh, yeah. I wonder if New York were hard to get along with actresses.
Yeah, okay, but she was really good as Bertie the maid, man. You felt for her.
She was damn good at it.
Yeah, she was getting stabbed by Jessica Walter.
She stopped speaking to me, and I said, I stopped speaking to her.
Is that right?
And I found out what's that woman's problem?
So Clarice Taylor, maybe she thought you...
She thinks that you a real disc jockey.
Well, here... Yeah,
she didn't like it.
The only problem, and it's not a problem with the movie, because it certainly doesn't detract from this incredible flick called Play Misty for Me, is the fact that this Dave Garver, who plays the disc jockey at a very small radio station in Carmel, happens to live on the bluff in this incredible, at least $10 million mansion, and he's driving either a Mercedes... No, there ain't enough payola to pay a disc jockey at that tiny a radio station. This guy is lucky if he's making $400 a month there. So that's sort of odd. And he's doing all nights. He's doing the all-night show after you're on the air, Sweet Almighty. So that's a stretch, and that's a suspension of disbelief. However, the movie, every second of it,
it's action.
It is
always.
It is so tense. It is so perfection. Even though I know that Clint went out of his way to do that waterfall scene with Donna Mills, I think that's so he could be naked with her. What do you think?
I can't even remember that thing.
Yeah, well, you weren't around, I'm sure, for the filming of that, but yeah.
Jimmy was at the bar having a cocktail.
Yeah,
don't you just know it?
And then on top of this incredible movie, which I put as the #1 movie of all time. It was Clint Eastwood's directorial debut, but the studio wouldn't go for it unless they paired him up with Don Siegel, the great director Don Siegel, to sort of hold his...
He was the guy that was in the corner there playing Clyde Bastion.
Yeah, well, yeah, he was the bartender at...
Yeah, no, he was playing... Yeah, they got a little... silly kind of game going on.
Well, yeah,
was his supposed reason for being there.
But James McEachin, but the Clyde Bastion game, which is a nonsensical game, was taught to me by my buddy Milt Larson over at the Magic Castle 32 years ago, and we're sitting at the Al Bar, and he starts playing this game, and I pick up on what he's doing instantly, and all of a sudden there's a crowd around us. That's the point of the game. It's a nonsensical game. There are no winners or losers, but the two people that are playing it are doing it to cause chicks to come over and ask, what the hell are you doing? And so Don, the great director Don Siegel and Clint Eastwood as Dave Garver, the disc jockey, and Play Misty for Me, they're sitting there at the bar at the Sardine Factory. And by the way, about 6-7 years ago, I visited the Sardine Factory. I love that joint. I love that joint.
Too.
Yeah.
And so did Clint. And the one down the couple of doors down, there was another one there that was good. But Clint knew everybody there knew who he was and whatever.
Right.
And then people were very, very cooperative. Let him walk around doing what he felt like doing, and he took advantage of him. Not in a negative way.
No, of course.
You know.
Yeah.
And I don't forget, I had never been on a major movie before.
Right. Were you alone?
I didn't know anything what was going on. And I really didn't care because it was kind of boring.
Yeah, so true. That's movie making.
It is.
Yeah. But I will tell you, James McEachin, the Purple Heart recipient, James McEachin, this man who fought for our country and was in so many great TV shows and movies. But this movie was your first movie and Clint Eastwood's directorial debut. I mean, so you got these guys who are not... You know, Clint, of course, was a seasoned vet, all those spaghetti westerns and so on. But it's your first outing. If you were nervous, man, you did not see it in your acting. You did not sense that at all. Were you nervous?
Well, I did. I did. After that, what did I do? Was True Grit.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so you did do another one before that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was...
John Wayne.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Duke Wayne. Well, I enjoyed working with Duke Wayne. He was a great guy.
Wait, whoa. Even though he's a racist, James McEachin,
I think he was a great guy.
Yeah.
He was a beautiful son, and he paid for the drinks.
Yeah, he paid for
Well, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
My kind of guy.
I'll tell you what, if John Wayne were a racist like the woke left wants to tell you, he wouldn't have bought your drinks, James.
Well, figure this. Tell me this then. Why is it that when I left the set from Play Misty from me, no, not from Misty, from
True Grit?
True Grit.
Yeah.
He said, well, I'll see you again. We'll do it again.
Yeah.
I said, okay, and I said under my breath, like, hell we will. I don't know where in the world.
Right, John Wayne won't call you again.
Which I grouped up on the line. And sure enough, about 3 or 4 weeks later, there was a script that came in my address, the same one that they sent the checks to, was the script called The Undefeated.
Yeah, wait, another John Wayne flick.
Another John Wayne flick, and I called the studio and said, hey, the joint, and said, listen, I got this. Somebody sent me a script here with this character, whatever his name was, and for me to do this, and they had the guy's name scribbled on the outside, whatever his name was. And the receptionist said, just a minute. She hung up, came back, and a couple of minutes later, she said, no, that's for you.
Wow.
Fat Jack Productions, which was John Wayne's production company.
A man of his
Fat
word.
Jack.
Man of his word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man of his word. And sure enough, I looked in there and he said, have fun, kid, or something like that.
Hey, James McEachin, when would you say was the last time you watched the movie Play Misty for Me? How many years ago?
Obviously not. It's been a long while. I forgot it. I forgot the movie. I never thought the movie was that good.
Okay, but yeah, see.
I didn't.
I watch this every year.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, and I appreciate that. Mike Z, Astro Van Mike, he said I watch it every year.
At least.
I do the same thing because it holds up. That scene where she stabs into the pillow, it is so perfectly created where you believe he's having a nightmare, and then boom, you realize that it's reality. I'm telling you, the man proved his chops as a filmmaker, and I don't know how much Don Siegel really had to do with directing that. I mean, maybe gave.
Well, when Clint would get into trouble, and he never made it obvious.
Right.
Would set the camera over here to the left or the right, or we're going to do a pan instead of a stationary shot. Well, he would whisper something in Don's ear, and Don would, yeah, and then little demonstration, and then he'd say, great. And no, not one argument, not one fist fight with the snooty looks that I got from Clarice Taylor and
Birdie.
Yeah, and then later on I saw Jessica, who went on the contract with Universal.
Yeah. And just so what we've learned is Jessica Walter was a screaming bitch, but she should have won. She should have won the Oscar. Yeah, she was. Hey, but no, so it wasn't a far cry, that role of hers as the obsessed fan. That's probably who she was. James McEachin, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for serving our country. I want to thank you for being a patriot. I want to thank you for the love, the passion that we've shared for so many years. 93 years old. You've got at least a couple more years left. How about that?
I promised God I was going to stay down here for another 20 years.
Okay, then do that for us. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the great James McEachin from the greatest movie of all time, Play Misty for Me. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
I get misty the moment you're near.
Trapped in a dive bar on the politically incorrect side of the tracks.
Leaning my rifle, dreaming
from the
Sucker punch somebody on the sidewalk. Carjacking old lady at a red light. Pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store. You think it's cool, act a fool if you like. Cuss out a cop, spit in his face. Stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think you're tough. Well, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town. Got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're gonna round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck. Try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town full of good old boys raised up right.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Outlaw Radio.
The staccato hoofbeats of a golden palomino, carrying a man who fights wherever justice needs a champion.
Magic Matt Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Star Wars, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Sound of Music. In the tradition of these great films about fighting back against the odds, 20th Century Fox presents another milestone in motion picture history. Revenge of the Nerds.
The best.
Well, when you have Orson Welles doing your promo, yeah, I mean, you don't get much better than that. Yeah, that's sort of the epitome of voiceover guys, the great Orson Welles.
Yeah.
Ladies and Doberman, it is my esteemed pleasure to introduce you back to the show, back to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube and in Rumble.com. The great and ubiquitous Robert Carradine. How are you, my friend?
We'll see.
Okay, I understand. You've given up the sauce. Do you want to talk about that, or do I just not?
No, there's nothing really to talk about.
All right.
Just, was going along singing my song.
Yeah.
I like the flavor of whiskey.
Oh yeah, I know you do. We've quaffed a few at your pad there in Hollywood.
Oh, I know, man. And I think last time I was on your show,
Yeah.
when I left here, I got in my car and took a nap.
Oh yes, as a matter of fact, you did. And see, here's one of the great. There are so many great things about Robert Carradine. But one of the greatest is that he tells it like it is. He's an honest son of a bitch. He was the first one to tell me this.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, I took a nap, man. I said,
I remember that day he left, man. He was.
Hey, guess what? At least he was smart enough to do it.
Right. I said, well, you could have come in the house. No.
No. The car's better. But also, I thought about it
Yeah.
as I was nodding off. I thought, man, if a cop comes by and sees me taking a nap,
Yeah.
he might interview me. That wouldn't have been good.
Well,
just don't have the keys in the ignition.
No, that's if you're sitting in your car, you're toast.
Yeah, right.
exactly.
And Bob, if he knows who you are, that you are showbiz royalty, my friend, then he's not going to lay a cuff on you, right?
Yeah, that's true. He'll just let me go like he did Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I drive a van.
Yeah, Robert Carradine. God, do I love this guy. He happens. I don't want to give his exact point of reference where he lives there in Hollywood because you stalkers, and I know there must be a stalker or two, you big Revenge of the Nerds fan, he only did 100 of those. 100 Revenge of the Nerds movie.
Hey, you want to know what's freaky, man? I came home the other day, and there was a hand-delivered envelope on my porch.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And?
What'd you do with it, man? Did you touch it?
I tossed it, man. I was freaked out. Yeah, because somebody knows where I live. You see, the problem with getting a forwarding address when you move is that it goes out to it just goes out there into the universe. And these autograph people that sell your address to fans, they pick up the new address and out it goes, man.
Yeah. And then Star Tours comes by.
Oh, yeah. But, some of the chicks are hot.
I was just going to say, and I promise you on my daughter, that was where I was going on this. What if it was some exceptionally... Well, but here's the problem. I no matter how hot they are, they will still accuse you of rape. And then you're screwed and you're in the big house.
And you're Russell Brand.
Yeah, and you're Russell Brand for the rest of your life. I mean, you have to consider those things. Do you not, Robert?
Well, you do, but, I have a couple of assistants that go out with me. Whenever there's a hot chick around, they put me in a straitjacket.
Oh, yes.
There's no way they're gonna get me for that.
Yeah, I will tell you that Robert Carradine, he has this special parking place. And it's a cop car, so no one ever... Are you still doing that? You're still...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. I like that idea.
This is the greatest scambalama ding dong on the planet.
That's awesome.
If you want to learn a thing or two, spend some time with Robert Carradine. He has this cop car, and it's an actual cop car, or what, from a movie, right?
No. I bought this car new.
Okay. So it's a really...
You did?
So you made it.
Oh, no, it's a really cool car, and I'll tell you what, he's been known to put the pedal to the metal because I've been in there when he's done that on Sunset
Can you hit the
Boulevard.
sirens and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. But,
beautiful, man.
So he parks it in this no parking zone near where he lives, where there happens to be very little parking, but he has his place that he sort of chose for himself, and no one has messed with him because they all think it's a cop car.
Awesome.
That's genius.
Well, the other thing is the neighbors love it. Like if I'm out there getting in my car and one of them's going by walking their dog, they go, "Oh, this is your car?" I said, "Yeah." They said, "Oh, thank you so much. We love your car."
I love that.
Oh, yeah, that's the biggest deterrent ever, man.
Is it a Crown Vic or is it an Interceptor? What is it?
It's a Dodge Charger.
Oh, the new ones.
Police pursuit.
Nice, man.
Yeah, he after we quaffed a few bourbons at his pad there in Hollywood, the first thing about an hour in, he said, "So, Matt, are you hungry? You want to eat?" And I said, "Well, not yet, because I'm thinking I haven't had enough bourbon in me yet, so I don't know." But within the next hour or two, yeah. But Robert is conscientious, and he said, "Are you hungry?"
Did you sleep in your car
And I
that
said,
night?
no, because I had a driver, and I forget who the hell was driving me, but I did have a driver. But he said, "Are you hungry?" And I said, "Nah." He said, so now an hour later, and he said, "Okay, I'm going to take you. It's either you want, what was it? You want lamb? You want a lamb or you want pizza?" And I said, "Well, I'm not really a lamb.
Choices.
Yeah, I'm not really a lamb guy. So let's go for the pizza." And we ended up at the famous Rainbow on Sunset Boulevard.
Rainbow Bar and Grill. Yep.
Great pizza.
Yeah, and if I recall, I went for
when Mario still owned it.
I went for the sardine, for the fish on the pizza, at least on my section.
Yeah, that was your section, man.
Yeah.
I don't like sardines on pizza.
I love it, man. I love that sardini sort of flavor. But it was a great pizza. It was a great time. Whatever happened to that publicist of yours, by the way, Robert Carradine?
Oh, my publicist.
Yes. What happened to that dude? He was from somewhere south, south of the boulevard, certainly, but somewhere, I think, that way, south.
No, man. The publicist that I had, it's like 1985. It's so far back.
No,
I can't even remember the name.
No, it was a recent publicist, sort of.
A publicist or an agent?
No, he was a
manager.
Yeah, that was it. Your manager.
My manager.
Your manager.
Right.
Whatever happened to that dude?
Saya Fukinara.
Oh, whoa.
Hello.
So he's Japanese.
He didn't steal from you though, right? He didn't seem like that sort of guy.
No, I stole from him.
Oh, well, nice. Nicely done. Do you, Robert Carradine, do you consider yourself sort of showbiz royalty? I bet you don't, because it's tough, because you are who you are and you grew up around it and you got a famous daddy. Well, everyone in your life is pretty much famous.
His brothers, yeah.
Yeah, my brothers, my daughter, my niece. But the thing is I'm really aware of the fact that I'm part of a Hollywood legacy like the Barrymores. And I I think it's really cool. I was going to name the Baldwins, but then you'd have to include Alec.
Oh, God. That's funny.
He's another one the cops let go.
Hey, yeah, it's
good
true.
one.
It's true. Robert Carradine. I never knew you'd slam that guy because I think he's a big loudmouth son of a bitch. But he was really good looking for a while, and could get any chick he wants. Well, by the way, his fame alone, females.
No, but he was a very handsome young cuss.
Very handsome man.
Yeah, he could nail him.
But
he could nail him.
He could nail him, but a bit of a loudmouth. He's not one of my favorite people, and I don't know if you were just being flippant or kidding, but he's not one of my faves.
Well, did you ever hear the recording that he left on the
his daughter
machine for his daughter?
We have it there.
Called her little piggy and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He's a class act.
You don't do that to your child, man.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. And that put me over the edge when it came to like or dislike for that piece of crap. And that's what I call him now.
Hey, Matt, and speaking of...
That's my brother, Mark.
Maybe it's a good time, speaking of family, because I was talking to a friend of mine in Texas last night. I said you were going to be here. Her father worked with your father in a little movie called... Wizard of Mars. Do you know this?
I don't know this movie, no.
Really? Wizard of Mars. I can show you a picture of him.
Mark, did you really say really? Do you think he's going to joke about this? Now, come on.
Look, I'm going to show it as you talk.
What?
Look at a picture.
Well, he only made like 280 movies.
No, I know. His resume, this man's resume, his litany of pictures and TV. When he was a kid, he was not unlike the man we were just talking to, more theatrical royalty in James McEachin, who is in every damn great TV show from the 60s and 70s. This man was a young buck in all these friggin' TV shows. So the picture, do you have a recollection?
It's just an 8x10 of my old man. It's not in costume.
But it says Wizard of Mars.
Oh, it does.
For the
absolutely.
premiere.
Yeah.
And then her dad was the art director, and also he worked with him. He said he was a great guy to work with. I mean,
man.
Yeah.
I got a quick story for Robert if we've got a second.
Yeah, go ahead. That's Tattoo Dave, our producer.
So back in the day, my neighbor, one of my best friends, his father was sound effects editing at Fox, and we got invited to the Revenge of the Nerds premiere screening before anybody else got
Pan down. We got Bush
at Fox.
Yeah, I was there.
It was great. You were there. That's right.
Yeah, but was this a work print or the actual final cut?
I think it was the final cut.
Did it have music?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you saw the.
Yeah, we saw the movie, and I remember you being there, and I actually just saw it 2 nights ago. It's on cable every day now. It's weird. It's on both of them. Part 2.
Well, I got
Paradise.
a friend of mine. He's in my age range,
right.
So he should have seen it, and he had never seen it.
Oh, God.
So he just got a new 80-inch television. So we decided to have a screening, and we invited some other people over.
That's awesome.
And,
It's so great.
that movie's as funny today as it was
It's
the day
so
it came
great.
out. Then I rest my case.
He lives and dies by the laugh. Robert Carradine. I'm talking to Robert the other day, and I don't know why I mentioned it, but usually in any conversation I have with anyone, the 2 words Jerry Lewis comes out of my pie hole. I mention that, and before I could get through the Lewis part, Robert Carradine said genius. And I said, so you're one of those guys like me that truly believes that Jerry Lewis was a genius, and he's been thrown out of the bus so many times because he's considered obnoxious. Guilty. I've been going through this for years. I know how I like things done. I know how to get from A to B to C and from 1 to 100. I know how to do that. Now, and it could come down to suffering the fools, and the older I get, oh my God! And I'm not saying I'm no fool. Of course, I'm still learning every day. But a Jerry Lewis did not suffer the fools, and you mentioned, and it's like, man, it was like a spark.
Well, my old man took me to the set.
But that's what you said. Oh, my dad was in the Patsy, and I said. Yes.
So now he takes me and Keith to the set of the Patsy.
And you're a kid. We're
a kid. We meet Jerry Lewis. And we meet Peter Lorre.
Oh, wow.
And Peter Lorre was like, "Hello, Robert. Hello, Keith."
That's great.
And Jerry never did the take the same way twice. Every time he did it, it was different.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So,
Because he just figured, the right one I'll have the right one somewhere.
Right.
And they'll find it, yeah.
Yeah. And now you call Jerry a genius, and you certainly have the acumen to call that sort of shot because of the number of pictures that you've been in. What would typify his genius, in your opinion, when it comes to filmmaking, when it comes to acting, or even stage performance, Robert Carradine?
Well, I think that the closest comparison in recent history is Jim Carrey.
Well, I thought
you want to say that
yeah.
Jim Carrey's not a genius? He's a genius.
Yes, and I agree.
And Jerry Lewis had the rubber face. He had the
Right.
whole thing, man.
Right.
Yeah,
I think that's where, we've always said he kind of got his act from there.
Well, I think without a Jerry Lewis, there is no Jim Carrey.
I believe that to be true as well.
Yeah.
Too bad they're total polar opposites.
Yeah, too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I will tell you. Well, I had to spend 3 hours one morning in San Diego on a morning show with Jim Carrey.
Obnoxious.
Before his movie stardom, so he was just that in living color guy, and I think he might have been. I think he might have been promoting his first movie, but and Obnoxious usually doesn't get on my nerves, but this guy did.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted him to go by the end of the first hour. It's like, can we? And he wouldn't leave.
Well, Robin Williams does the same thing in interviews and stuff.
Well, how about God bless him?
Oh, yeah,
and
God rest his soul.
And
Yes,
a
sir.
different sort of cat.
Yes.
That's a whole different level of genius.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is. Okay, there's a level of genius in this room. His name is Robert Carradine.
Oh, stop.
Oh,
Stop it.
we're gonna dive into that and much more when we return on the Big Dog of Broadcasting on YouTube, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. You have to punch it in that way because of all the detractors and the fake outlaw radios. And on Rumble.com, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, and Twitter, and so on. But more importantly, the greatest radio stations in the universe. Thank you from the bottom of my bottom for being there.
We're not gonna.
Would-be stars, wannabes, and people who just want to hear themselves talk. The demons of decadence, smoking, drinking, and interrupting. Live from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar, this is Magic Matt Allen, Outlaw Radio.
Now let me figure this out. March 24th. You miss being a Pisces by that much, right, Robert Carradine?
Yes, thank God.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Why are you a Pisces? Yeah.
March 16th.
Oh
March 16th.
man, oh man,
what is
I
that?
don't want to tell you what day that is.
Is it? Wait, hold on a second. March 16th. Is that significant in Robert Carradine's life?
Yes, it is. It's the day I got married to my ex-wife.
Oh, is that right?
Uh-oh.
You know, listen, we could go the entire day with Robert Carradine without speaking to this, but might as well, because, you can read all about him, but why not just spend some time with us and learn about Robert Carradine on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. For example, you were accused of veering that car into another car in a head-on to kill her.
No. I was trying to kill myself, not her.
That's okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah, no, she's just an innocent passenger.
Well,
that lucked out.
Yeah, but you hit on the right side. So
but here you are, and you sort of lucked out too. Are you glad to be alive?
I'm so glad to be alive. It was a very dark era.
Yeah.
How old were you at that time?
How old was I?
It wasn't that long ago, was it?
It was last week.
It was March 15th. No, 2015, March.
Okay.
Wow. So once again, March.
So 8 years ago.
Not that long.
Yeah, it was.
So I was 61.
Wow.
Look at
You're
that.
69. Wow, you look great.
Thank you, man.
I never would have guessed.
Are you coming on to Robert Carradine,
I
Tattoo
sure am.
Dave?
Yes,
I was gonna say I'm took.
Yeah.
You're took.
Yeah. Are you took?
You tried to kill her.
Now,
Were you seriously trying to kill yourself?
Yeah, I believe.
I think that's pretty serious when you're running.
You know what it was a blackout.
Oh.
This is when he stopped on the drink.
No,
I
was drinking after that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
I was passively suicidal for about 20 years.
That's Mike Z. That's Mike Z. Are you talking about yourself or
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No
I
kidding.
thought we had a guest here.
No.
Stop it, Marty.
Yeah, Mart, chill. Okay, that's my brother Mart. He has a problem with Mike Z, obviously.
Well, he's kind of goofy, but so am I. So
it
that's all right.
has nothing to do with goofiness. So
let me get this straight. You
Yeah.
guys do this all day long, every day?
No.
Saturday
no.
only.
Just
I'd shoot myself in the
Saturday
face if
only,
I need to.
You take 6 days to recover, and then you start over.
That's right.
You know how that goes. The good news is you gave up the drink, Robert Carradine, but you didn't give up the stogies.
No, I didn't give up the stogies. And
Yeah.
the thing about the drink,
Yeah.
I was not drinking to get drunk.
Right.
I would drink because I like the taste of whiskey.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
But it kind of messes with my...
Driving
I
ability?
was just going to say.
No, it actually enhances my driving.
I noticed that because
Yeah.
that night when we were on Sunset Boulevard,
Yeah, we were doing okay.
he had a few bourbons. Oh yeah. It was a good time though. Good time.
At least that's what you think.
And the only reason I allowed, well, first of all, this man is a professional driver. I mean, this man is in races and so on, and that's one of your passions. We'll get to that. But the other part is, I will only let a movie star drive me if he's intoxicated. Because they're like supermen.
Sure.
Right?
Cinematic immunity.
That's
Right.
true.
Would you let Gary Busey drive you?
No.
No.
They have to have 2 working eyeballs.
Guess what? I was there when Gary Busey pulled out of Bartell's Harley and crashed, thus causing the helmet law.
Thus causing his brain damage.
Yeah, that poor guy, man, because that really screwed him.
Yeah.
I mean, that if you've seen anything, there's a new one up on TikTok.
No,
or
on
one of these-
Instagram, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
heavy duty, man.
Oh my God, is that?
Somebody filmed it?
He's in a guitar store and he's mumbling, he's rambling like Gary rambles, and he's making stuff up you do not understand.
Yeah,
I'll show it to you later.
He's talking about
wow.
sausage. He's talking about sausage.
Buttered sausage. What's up
Marty's
with
always talking about
what's
sausage.
a buttered sausage?
I don't, and that's what I asked. What is a buttered sausage? All right, we will find out how sausage is made via Robert Carradine when we return on the Big Dog of Broad Chasing. I meant to say casting. I always mean to, and it comes out the other way. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble.com, on Twitter, and the most fantastic radio stations in America. This man with us all day, the great and ubiquitous Robert Carradine.
Don't go away.
Okay, did you hear him?
Out on the street, I was talking to a man. He said there's so much, but there's nothing, man, that I don't understand. You shouldn't worry, I said that ain't no crime. 'Cause if you get it wrong, you'll get it right next time. this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time! Our main event! Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Sean Young on Outlaw Radio.
Hey, this is Shelley Berman on Outlaw Radio. Listen, come on, listen to me or listen to Matt. If you like being bored, it's great for you.
It's Robert Hayes. I'm here on Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, a.k.a. The Weasel. We are here to drink. We're here to smoke. We're here to interrupt. You may drink. You may smoke. You may interrupt, but I'm here to...
Live from the Lighten Up Lounge, this is Dom DeLuise saying, this is Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Chuck Woolery at Lighten Up Lounge on Outlaw Radio. There's lots of fun, guys. Be back, 2 and 2.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio, where we smoke, we drink, and occasionally we bother people who look old and weak.
Hi, this is Rick Dees with Magic Matt, a.k.a. Mr. Cigar, in the Lighten Up Lounge. We drink, we smoke, we interrupt.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to the Big Furry Dog Broadcasting. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble.com, on Twitter, and the most fantastic radio stations across the nation. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. You got to punch it in that way on the social media sites. And even though we appear there visibly with the great Robert Carradine, you can see that man. He hasn't changed much. He hasn't changed. The man doesn't change. God darn it, I wish I could jump in the Wayback Machine, go back 20 years, because this social media is not for me. I am not built for this. I miss the old days when if you had to call someone, you had to call them and have a little conversation.
And you remember this?
Well, Robert Carradine.
Well, not only did you have to know their number,
yeah,
but if the phone had a busy signal, they were on it, and if it didn't answer, they weren't home.
And then you call the operator. You call the operator and say, "I want to make an emergency breakthrough."
Yeah, emergency breakthrough.
Remember that?
Oh yeah. I did a few of those with some chicks.
How are you with that, Robert? I mean, are you up to date with all this social media, or do you?
Well, I don't do the TikTok.
Yeah.
I'll post photos on Instagram on occasion. One of the photos I posted was of a residual check that I got for $0.00. Isn't
that amazing?
21 million views.
Isn't that amazing? I get those checks for 30 cents, and I called him. I'm like, can you stop these checks because it costs me more to send them?
No. The answer is no. You know they can't. No.
You frame all of them. Is what you do.
I have a complete file folder.
Yeah, but it struck a nerve with the general public. They're like, what? $0.00. Why did they even bother? Blah, 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 blah,
yeah.
blah.
And of course that cost, now it just went up again. Postage went up.
$65.
I think it's $65 to send an envelope now. Yeah, it's way the hell up there.
Hey, Matt, I got something I know that Mike Z wants to talk about, too.
Why are you not on the mic, man? Talk to me.
I'm talking to you, baby. I'm talking.
Okay, yeah.
Lojo from Detroit wants to know if Matt would ask Robert about his impression of working with the Duke.
Well, the answer is no.
Okay.
Now, let's continue on.
Thank you.
No,
I'll talk about that.
No, of course you will. We're going to get to the Duke, but first...
okay.
But
whoever that is, just quoted.
Yeah.
Hang in there, man. He's going to let me tell you.
But
don't leave.
Hang in there, Robert.
Not only will I let him, but I insist on him talking about the Duke, the great John Wayne. But first, your daddy sort of paved the way for the kids. Is it wrong of me to say that in showbiz? But sort of paved the way.
Well, I mean, the thing is that when David decided he wanted to be an actor, he actually studied the craft.
Yeah.
And he did things in New York that you wouldn't do here. Like he learned how to dance. He learned how to do tap.
That's nice.
He learned how to sing.
Triple threat.
Learned how to play piano. I mean, all the stuff that actors used to do back in the day, they had to know these different skills.
Like the aforementioned Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra, those guys.
Yep.
Yeah, the classics in Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly.
They knew how to do it.
Well, anyhow, I think David had it in his heart to be an actor.
Right.
And I think Keith had it in his heart to be an actor.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, did not.
You didn't?
No.
So did you want to be a race car driver? Or what?
That's exactly. I wanted to be a racing car driver so bad.
Yeah.
I was on Mulholland Drive every night from the time I was 16.
I think we've crossed paths.
Oh, man. I'll tell you, I'm just so glad I never killed anybody up there because,
Yep.
we had kind of an unwritten rule, me and my other racers up there on Mulholland.
Not to kill someone?
No, just not go on the wrong side of the road.
Oh, okay. Well, that's smart.
So, we kept it to one side
What
of the
kind
road.
of vehicles?
Except there's that one. There's
what
that
kind
one.
of cars?
The first car I raced up there was a Turner, which is a little British car that's got a four-cylinder Lotus engine in it, and it weighs about 1,200 pounds.
Yeah.
So it was really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to give the Mini Coopers, which were very, very strong up there. It gave them a run for their money. But my real claim to fame was my Corvette.
Nice.
I had a 69 Corvette.
Oh,
and it was lowered. It had a Gold Strand suspension
Just
in
hug
it.
the road, man.
Yeah, and it had a Traco 383 in it with 450 horsepower.
Oh, my God.
I mean, this car worked.
Lightning on the street, man.
Robert,
Oh,
there's that one little stretch between Coldwater and Laurel, that little 3 S turns where you can just shoot straight across. So that's what I think you're talking about when you said you agreed to stay in one lane.
Or
do you know
no, if you could see.
Yeah.
If you could see the oncoming traffic, it was okay to use the whole road then.
Okay.
But you don't go around any
Flying
kind of a
corners,
corner where
yeah.
you can't see the oncoming lane.
Yeah. Robert Carradine, do you feel lucky to be alive?
Yes.
You do.
Yes, absolutely.
Your back to your father, the great John Carradine. He said there were 3 types of drunks, right? And he told you this when you were a child.
Not when I was a child. I think in my teens.
All right.
He was like, son, there's 3 kinds of drunks.
Yeah.
There's the mean drunk, the happy drunk, and the sad drunk.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
And which one were you if you consider yourself a drunk at some point?
I was a happy drunk.
You were.
Yeah.
See, that's beautiful.
Yeah, my dad, he was a sad drunk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
It's funny because Marty appears to be all 3.
Is that my brother?
I've got all 3. It's all right.
I got to tell you, Tattoo Dave, he doesn't say a lot, but what he does, boy, you are spot on, my friend. Yeah, that
Hey,
is
I'm not going to
beautiful.
deny it. All right.
So your first,
Civil.
so Robert Carradine's, okay. So your brother David, he wanted to be an actor, and he trained, and he was in New York, and he did all that.
Yes.
You didn't, but you wanted to be a race car driver. So how does a Robert Carradine then find himself in the world of thespianism?
Well, I was living with my brother David. I had been going to the Ojai Valley School, and it was the end of my 6th year. I was in the 10th grade, and my dad told me, son, you're going to go live with your brother.
All right.
And I was like, but I want to stay here, Dad.
Yeah.
He says, no, son, you'll get a good education at Hollywood High. So I moved in with my brother David, and that's pretty much when my formal education stopped and my real education started.
Meaning
Life education.
Meaning life.
Street education.
Yeah, a little pot, some
Yeah.
LSD trips,
Yeah.
peyote, I think, once, which was really far out.
Wow.
That's peyote, man.
I've done mushrooms, but I've never done peyote, dude.
I never did mushrooms.
I did mushrooms.
Yeah. I haven't done any of that stuff. See what I'm missing?
Yeah, you're missing
But
a
anyhow,
lot.
to
You're not
get
dead
back
yet.
to your question,
Yes.
the Cowboys came along, and David had been offered the Bruce Dern role. And he said, no, I'm not going to shoot John Wayne in the back. I'll be hated. And he said,
Bruce Dern didn't give a
Let
shit.
Bobby do it.
Bruce didn't give a shit. And then he said, but there's a bunch of cowboys that are actual boys. You should go meet these guys. And I go, no, I don't want to meet them. He goes, no, go on and meet them. You got everything to gain and nothing to lose. And I paused and I thought, everything to gain and nothing to lose. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What the
So,
hell? Yeah.
Off I went to meet these people. I was skinny as a rail. The role was a character named Slim. And the scene that they chose was a scene where I had to read out of a poetry book in front of John Wayne, his character in the movie. And needless to say, I was scared shitless. And it came across very real.
Did you did not find the Duke to be a racist or some piece of crap in any way, shape, or form, did you?
Well, except when he called me fag. I didn't like that.
That is not. Hey, by the way, Robert, that has nothing to do with race. All
Got
right?
it, okay.
Absolutely nothing to do with race. But did you adore the man? Was he a good man to be around on a set?
He was great. I mean, we had a couple of run-ins right out of the gate.
Yeah.
We were shooting a scene. We'd only been on location a week. And it's a scene where all the cowboys are sitting on this fence of a corral. And we're supposed to try to ride this bucking horse till we stay on the horse for 8 seconds. And then he'll think about hiring us come hiring time. So anyhow, the kids are riding the horse one after another. And I guess we're about the 5th kid in. And A. Martinez shows up, who's playing this really pissed off Mexican guy. And he jumps on the horse. And he rides the horse to the point where the horse is backing up and doing spins. He totally breaks the horse. And he hauls ass over to the fence and he gives the reins to the next kid. He goes, "Here, boy, maybe you can ride him now." And the kid comes off of the fence on top of A. Martinez. Well, as soon as that happens, I come off of the fence and try to beat up A. Martinez. Okay. And the Duke breaks us up. And he looks at me. He says, "You, get back on that fence where you belong. Now, you," to A. Martinez, right?
Right.
I said, "Well, hold on a second, Mr. Wayne. I'm the head kid. I don't think you should tell me to get on the fence where I belong. I think you should just tell me to get on the fence."
I'm a Carradine.
Well,
I know.
That's how he started.
Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ, Carradine, you're a bigger ham than your old man ever was.
Is that right? John Wayne said that.
He chewed me out.
Oh.
He reduced me to tears.
Oh, yeah. Well, sometimes that's good.
Well, I was only 16, man.
Okay.
And he's a big dude. He was 6'4".
All right.
And he's John Wayne.
Hold on, I'm still caught up on the fact that A. Martinez, they actually had a Mexican guy playing a Mexican guy.
Yeah.
That doesn't really happen
Yeah,
anymore.
you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, that's all you can
No,
do.
that's what you have to do now.
Well, no, but
you
they
have
don't
to.
do it.
Now you have to be Mexican to play Mexican.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Well, that's why Hugh Grant is playing a midget in The Wizard of or whatever it is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right. Typecasting.
Because Hugh Grant, of course, is a midget. Now, on the Cowboys in this movie that we've been talking about, which is I guess one of the great films of all time, right, Mike Z?
100%.
Yeah, I mean, just one of the greatest.
If you have a kid today, a boy,
Yeah.
anywhere in the age range from like 9 to 16 years old,
They should watch it.
watch that movie.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. Now, but don't necessarily watch it for a man that I used to run into at the Smokehouse in Burbank, across from Warner Brothers. A classic old steak joint, still there, still serves some great prime rib.
Clooney's hang out.
And I would run into a man there at the end of the bar, and he would always be holding court and looking around for young boys.
Roscoe Lee Brown.
Boom, you knew exactly who I was talking about.
No, that impression was very good.
Oh, thank you. And Roscoe Lee Brown, he was in the Cowboys with you.
Uh-oh.
Now, with all those young bucks abound, did you find him, Roscoe? And by the way, God rest his soul.
Yes, absolutely.
But Roscoe Lee, great actor, as a matter of fact. But did you find him, or maybe you don't want to talk about this, was he hitting on young boys?
He wasn't a pedophile.
Yeah, okay, he was not.
No, he liked men.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
no big deal. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, well, there's a lot wrong with being a pedophile, but being homosexual, I think you're born that way as a guy. I think every woman is bisexual 9 tequilas in.
I have a theory about that.
Wait, it's probably a theory we share, Robert Carradine.
No, it's not a we share.
Okay, go.
Back in the olden days, like the
80s?
the Crusades and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
All the men would go off to war.
Yeah.
And all the chicks are stuck back at base
Wait,
camp.
pause for a second. I didn't see you writing there on the last expletive. You really got to help me here, Tattoo
I've been
Dave.
writing them all. I must have missed one.
Yeah, you don't miss one. Otherwise, I get screwed in terrestrial radio. Continue.
Oh, so I can't say.
Just continue.
Okay,
no expletives.
Okay,
if possible.
so anyway, because the men are all gone, the women, would need some loving, and they would love each other.
Oh, wow.
It's been happening for thousands of years.
Or the boys.
No, I do understand it's been happening for myriad years, especially when I see those old 1920s and 1930s and 40s beautiful women in the movies, and I'm thinking that they, even though it goes back so far, many of those luscious women probably dabbled, right? Don't you think?
I wouldn't say so. No.
You don't?
No, I don't think so.
Well, that's not what I've
no,
read.
because they were too busy jamming movie stars.
Oh, okay. So, they were taking care of biz to get ahead in the business. Some things have never changed.
They were taking care of head to get ahead.
Hey! Yeah, see that? That's Robert Carradine.
Huh? That's how it happens.
That's Robert Carradine. But
I'm so glad you are the man you are, man. This guy's awesome.
You are the son of actress and artist Sonia Sorrell, and of course actor John Carradine, and so many actors in one family. Brother of Christopher and Keith Carradine, paternal half brother of Bruce, late David Carradine. Man, was that
maternal half brother of Mike Bowen?
Mike Bowen.
Yeah.
I know him.
Yeah, he's the guy that was Uncle Jack on Breaking Bad.
Oh,
that was it.
Oh, wow.
That was my brother, man.
Oh man, because I love that. I love that.
That was a great. The great final 6 episodes, he was Uncle Jack.
Wow.
And of course, you're the late David Carradine. You were in a kung fu, at least one, and then
I was in one of the
and then a return, and then
when he did the Return of Kung Fu, I did 2 of those.
Did you worry about him? I mean, you're his bro. You know who he is, and I don't know who he is. I don't know what he did. I know what I've heard, but I mean, did you worry about him staying alive?
Not at all.
No?
No, his thing when he was shooting the original series was LSD.
Oh, no kidding.
He wasn't drinking. But I'll tell you what, there's plenty of episodes where he was taking a trip.
Is that right?
Wow.
Is that right in the show?
Yeah, and I remember one time Gary Busey came in to do a guest spot, and he goes bounding into David's trailer, and there's this, quart jug of orange juice sitting there.
Oh, boy.
And he takes a big old hit off the orange juice and puts it back down. And he goes, "Hey, Dave, how you doing?" And Dave says, "That's electric, right?" And he goes, "Electric? What's electric?"
Oh, God.
You'll see.
This explains a lot.
See, I don't know what electric means. So
it means it was laced with LSD.
Oh, wow.
And what David would do is he would nip on that thing all day long.
Oh, wow.
So he's microdosing all friggin' day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to keep the...
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, wow.
I'm having so much fun because I've seen interviews with you talking about different films, but I've never heard any of these stories. It's fantastic.
Well, the one thing that, as I pointed out in the beginning of the show today, is Robert Carradine is real. He will tell you what's on his mind, whether you like it or not. And I believe he's one of the last honest dudes in the biz these days.
Thank you, man. I love that.
Yeah, but you are, man. And,
you are.
And this is why I love you. I love you dearly. How about this? Okay, showbiz wise, supposedly they're getting it together, and the Screenwriters Guild and the union and the thing and the whole strike. And so, what is your thought on this? Does that make you happy that they're getting it together? Do you not give an ass?
It makes me happy, but the thing that bums me out is that I'll get as little work after the strike ends as I got during it.
Okay. Well, on your IMDb, I saw a bunch of stuff that's just sort of hanging there that you've already shot, and fairly current stuff.
Yeah, I'm working on one right now with a really good friend of mine, Ben Sullenberger.
Yeah.
And it's called Cowboy Killers, a love story. And we're having a blast.
Well, you do have great comedic timing, and I think it's much more difficult to do comedy in movies than it is drama. I do. In order to really understand that timing and that beat, we were talking about Jerry Lewis earlier, and it's a timing and it's a beat.
Yes.
No, you absolutely have to have it.
Yeah. Well,
it's not something that can be taught.
So you're saying that it is innate in you?
No, I'm not. I just... I say shit and people laugh.
But once again, that is timing. That is an innateness. You either feel it and you know it, or you don't.
Well, my brother Keith says I'm a funny F.
What? Yeah. Okay, yeah, because you say what's on your mind, but
no mother.
But I'll tell you what I love about Robert is that by and large, 99.9% of the time of the times I've spent with Robert, he doesn't say stupid crap. You know, he doesn't say stupid crap. And his stories are not only salient, but interesting.
And you can tell they're sincere and real, yeah.
Once you learn how to be sincere, man, that's the biggest part of showbiz.
Okay, well, here's the continuation of the John Wayne getting on his crap list.
Okay.
It was another couple of weeks later, and it's another scene where I get in a fight with A. Martinez.
Yeah.
And A. Martinez pulls a knife, and the Duke kicks the knife out of his hand. He kicks A. Martinez off of his ranch. He turns back to all the cowboys, because we're all wearing guns at this point, because we've been hired to take the cattle to market. And he says, all right, all of you that's holding anything that'll shoot, and I don't care if it's a pea shooter, you put it in the back of that wagon. And he points to this wagon, and at the end of this sequence, the littlest kid has the biggest gun.
Yeah.
And there's a little tag to the scene. Well, I'm, a very thinking actor at this point on my first movie. And I had my holster tied down to my leg, but the lanyard that ties it to your leg was too short to have a bow, so I had to put a square knot in it. And so, the moment comes where we have to turn in our guns, and I'm struggling to get this knot undone. And I finally get it undone, and I've got my gun in my hand, and I'm still thinking, right?
Yeah.
I finally got my dad's gun. I'm going to be really bummed out to turn it in. And I'm swaggering into this scene to put the gun on the wagon. And the Duke has already started the tag of the scene with the little kid, because I got there late. He's just waiting until the last kid walks by. He didn't know that I was still coming. And I walked by him, and I'm swaggering, and I hit him on the stomach with my elbow as I threw the gun on the back of the wagon. Well, that did not go well.
Oh, yeah. You hit the Duke?
I bumped him on the stomach.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And he didn't like that?
No, I got chewed out worse than the first time.
You Carradines.
You son of a bitch in Carradines. I never liked your family. Yeah, but after all is said and done, do you like that? Does the memory of John Wayne, does that do your heart good?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. And in fact, at the end of the film, there is a rap party at the stage in Warner Brothers, and there is a stack of 8x10s of the Duke. And all the kids are lined up, and they're grabbing a 8x10, and the Duke is signing the 8x10 for the kids. Right. And I'm the last one in line, as usual. And I pick up the photo, and I hand it to John Wayne. And he takes the photo, and he looks at me, and he goes, "Carradine, you stupid son of a bitch, I just made a movie with you."
Why are you in line?
That's so awesome.
Why I just made a movie?
Actually, he didn't say movie. He said picture.
Oh,
I just made a picture with you.
Of course. So you're
That's
around.
awesome.
You're around all these guns now. You in your 60s, if you don't mind me saying, Robert Carradine. Did you find a fascination enough to learn how to handle guns and maybe
in fact,
hit the shooting range?
Absolutely. When the movie finished up, I went immediately to this gun store in Beverly Hills. I can't remember the name of it.
Probably not there anymore.
No, it's not there anymore.
Yeah, definitely not.
But I bought a single action Colt.
Nice.
And it was engraved, and it was beautiful. And it was like $700.
You said you don't have it anymore?
No, I don't have that one anymore. I still have a few, but not that one.
Right.
And and then I went to another gun store, because this gun was so old I couldn't shoot it, and I wanted to shoot it. So I got another pistol out at a gun shop in the valley, and I even got involved in fast draw competition shooting.
Wow, dude! No way!
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I went with this guy that got me into it out to Arizona, and we're shooting live ammo.
But
at targets.
Were you good?
Yeah, I was like second or third at the end of the first day.
Son of a bitch, man.
But the second day, I accidentally let one of those bullets go in front of my leg.
Oh, no.
And there's a line in the sand that if a bullet goes between you and that line, you're disqualified. So anyhow, I pulled the hammer back and it fell. I didn't even touch the trigger.
So accidental discharge.
It was an accidental
Went
discharge.
off half cocked.
Yeah.
Well, because the way you do fast draw is you knock the pistol out of the holster with the hammer.
Yeah.
And in a perfect world, it'll stay there.
Right.
I did cowboy action shooting as well.
Yeah?
I was telling him that in the break. Yeah.
Were you, Mike Z, were you a fast draw guy?
I can do it.
Yeah?
I still have the rig and everything.
But this man was number 2. I mean,
I know, on his second day.
I mean, that's pretty heavy stuff. And you're still doing it to this day? You're still.
Well, I don't know that they have that competition anymore.
Right, but
I'm
you
now
would.
a member of Single Action Shooting
Oh,
Society.
yeah, I didn't keep my dues up. I'm
I love
Pine
it.
Box Mike was my name.
Mine was Bob Younger.
Bob Younger.
Yeah.
A.K.A. Robert Carradine. We'll be this after back on the big voracious doggo broadcasting.
Easy for you to say.
Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on rumble.com and YouTube and Twitter and the greatest radio stations in the nation. Thanks for being there.
Hey guys, Tattoo Dave here. Just reaching out to say thank you for listening, all you wonderful listeners and viewers on YouTube, Twitter, rumble.com, and all the great radio stations across the nation. We love you dearly, and please tell your friends, keep listening. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You dropped the bomb on me. But you turned me on. You changed.
establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
Passive Aggressive has a new home. You're listening to Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
It's Outlaw Radio time!
Star Wars, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. The Sound of Music. In the tradition of these great films about fighting back against the odds, 20th Century Fox presents another milestone in motion picture history. Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, yeah. And that's the man. That's the Revenge of the Nerds man right there. That's Robert Carradine.
Don't try this at home. I'm a trained professional.
Hey, Bobby, if I may call you Bobby, that movie must have put a lot, all of them, the sequels must have put a lot of spending cash in your pocket, did it not?
Well, the second one put a lot of spending cash in my pocket.
Yeah.
The third and fourth ones were television movies.
Yeah.
So they weren't quite as lucrative, though they were,
Yeah, not
six
bad.
figures. Yeah.
Yeah. You're still receiving resids from the first and second?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am, because those are according to the old residual program, not the new one that's happening with the streaming product.
Right.
Yeah, which is about to be fixed. It's likely that the strikes, well, at least the writer's strike is over, and I'm sure the Screen Actors Guild will follow suit.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on this.
But that's nice to get a little mailbox money, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I mean, when I did Lizzie McGuire, the first round of mailbox monies that came through were basically, I don't know, about a third of my weekly paycheck.
Oh, that ain't bad.
So,
that ain't
added
bad.
up after 65 episodes.
I took my daughter to your Lizzie McGuire movies, man.
Oh, you did?
Oh, hell yeah.
Did she love it?
She loved it. She loved it. I think she'd get a kick out of meeting you at some point, God willing. I would love that to happen, Robert Carradine. And this man who I adore, and for those of you out there saying, oh, you're just kissing his ass, well, you're wrong. You're wrong. I don't, the one thing I don't do, and that's why I'm doing a radio show from my effing backyard in the hills of the San Fernando Valley, I don't.
Because you have integrity.
No, well, I don't, call it what you will, but I always thought if my back was against the wall, I could do a little ass kissing. And then my back was against the wall years ago, and I realized it's not in me. I'd rather live in that effing trailer in northern Nevada, smoke some stoves, drink some whiskey, eat some great steaks, and occasionally enjoy some beautiful poontang. And what more does a heterosexual male want in life?
That's it.
I'll tell you what,
Robert
man.
Carradine? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, man. You remind me of Howard Stern.
Oh, well.
He does not kiss ass.
No, he's not an ass kisser. Neither am I. But that's where we sort of part company. And I'm a huge fan. I've known Howard since the 80s back in New York. He's one of the brilliant interviewers. I love him dearly. A lot of the things that he has spouted out of his mouth as of late, saying that he's woke and he's proud to be.
Howard says he's woke?
This is brand new. That I'm woke and I love it.
That's a glitch in the universe.
Yeah,
man.
it is. That is a glitch. But you never know if he's pulling your leg, and he probably is. Any way the wind blows that garners. Does he need another million? And by the way, let me answer that. I have never held that against anyone. I am never the guy to say, well, yeah, but does that baseball player who's making $50 million, $100 million a year, do they deserve it? Yes, they do. Yes, they do, because they're being paid that amount of money. So I have no problem with anyone making, the sky is the limit.
Hey, you know what? Those baseball players?
Yep.
Each one of those guys that's up there in the show
Yep.
is the best there is at that.
You bet your ass.
Every single one of them. I would like to play as well as the worst guy.
Right. Yeah. But you never hold that against anyone for making a buck. Right, Robert?
Well,
I
don't know. I kind of hold it against Clayton Kershaw.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Keanu Reeves.
No, I love Keanu Reeves.
Me too. See, he's a guy, he's one of those guys that I met 25, 30 years ago when Madonna had her little dive bar called Smalls on Melrose. And I was minding my own business one night. Here's a guy in a trench coat, and we just start BSing. And then it turns out it's Keanu Reeves. I found him to be one of the most affable, down-to-earth dudes. And I just had this conversation at a party the party you were invited to. And I had this conversation about Keanu Reeves. And that man, I think, is the real deal. And I think he gives an ass about people. And I think that he understands how lucky he is, because I do believe that he understands that he's not the great. Now, this you may have a problem with me saying, and I'll say it anyway, Robert Carradine. I think you realize he's not the greatest actor on the planet.
No, but it is the niche that he fills.
Yes, oh my God, is incredible.
He fills it perfect, and nobody does Keanu better than Keanu.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, Point Break, seriously too.
Yeah, what was that, Mike Z?
He takes everything he does seriously. Well, look at the film of him training for those films.
Oh, hell yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. We're talking about the cowboy action shooting. He's the real deal, man.
Yeah, but then there's always Point Break and Something's Got to Give.
Like, those are great
You would never peg him as a doctor, a young doctor in love with an older woman.
Anyway, to make a long story more tedious, I'm a fan of the dude. I like the guy, even though the fourth one, what's that thing called?
Matrix Revolved or something?
No, the one Matt, you and I just watched.
No, the other one.
No, the last one.
Yeah. But it's not Matrix. It's something else.
Yeah, it's the name of the guy.
John Wick.
John Wick movies.
John Wick.
Yeah.
John Wick.
See, I couldn't get
those are badass shooting up movies.
A bunch of old guys.
But the problem is the fourth one. It's like how many? The suspension of disbelief for me. It's like how many times can you fall downstairs and not die? but even with that said, it remains an entertaining movie.
Oh,
and what more do you want from a friggin' flick? Right.
Also, you got to say one thing about Keanu.
Yeah.
He invented a motorcycle.
Yes,
he did, right?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. And it's a very expensive motorcycle.
That's right.
And they're built absolutely like jewelry. They're beautiful.
Nice.
I've seen that.
I would never own one.
And by the way, he's not
really
a bad
beautiful.
He's not a bad musician either, man.
Oh, really?
His band, he's
I
pretty
didn't know
good.
that.
Yeah. Oh, he played for a long time. My friend produced one of his records.
Yeah.
Wow,
He never went huge or anything, but it's fun to watch.
Well, I think we've done quite enough Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I think so.
Ass kissing on the show today.
Well, I'm a guitar player, so.
You are?
Yeah.
I just bought a new guitar today. I have a bunch of guitars in the living room. I'll show you after the show.
And by the by, my friend Robert Carradine,
Yes.
one day I'd love you because, of course, your bro had a big hit with "I'm Easy" years ago. And, it's time you had a breakout hit, maybe on this show, playing a little guitar. My buddy, we were talking off the air about my buddy of 30 years, guy named Robert Hayes, who played Captain Stryker in Airplane 1 and 2.
Right. Yep.
He's also a guitar player.
Yes.
And does the most kick-ass version of Danny Boy.
And a great effing guy.
Yeah, I bet he does.
It'll bring tears to your eyes.
It's such a great song, too.
But Robert off the air said, that Bobby, he's one of the greatest guys of all time. And he is. He is one of the
Robert Hayes showed me how to play golf.
What?
Is that right?
Yeah. That's
I
great.
had to go to a celebrity golf tournament in Germany, and I thought, well, I better try this before I get over there. So we go to the golf course on, is it Colfax? Where's that golf course there by the
airport?
No, right there in Studio City.
Oh, Lexington on Whitsett.
Whitsett.
Yeah.
All right.
So we get this ball, this bucket of balls, and we go through the whole swinging thing and all that, and about 2/3 of the way through the thing, I'm finally able to hit one, and we get to the bottom of the bucket, and he says, "Okay, now." You do that 1,000 times and you'll have it. And he walked away.
It's a good thing you did that, though, right? I mean, that's...
Oh, yeah.
Which it were Eddie Van Halen used to hit balls there. I ran into so many people that whist at range, the golf course.
Yeah,
it's a great little course.
That's
man.
Bobby Hayes, man. God rest his soul.
Hey, Matt, really quickly.
God rest his soul, Mart.
Wait, Bobby Hayes, what are you talking about?
Oh,
No, he's still alive.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Whoa, woo.
Jesus Christ.
Woo! I was worried for a second there because I love him.
Hey, Matt, coming back from break.
And I just talked to him, yes?
Robert was saying, he said he heard Sean Young's voice, and he goes, wait a minute, is that the Sean Young?
Oh, yeah.
I said, oh, yeah. And then he said, is she still hot? I said, as far as I know,
here's the deal. Here's the deal. Because Robert, you are kind enough, or it's innate in you, who you are, Robert Carradine, that I am going, if you don't mind, I'm going to be 100% honest with you about Sean Young.
Okay, let her rip.
Okay. Sean Young and I, when we first met, she would have been one of these wokesters. Well, she's not. She saw the light, and she's a pragmatist politically. She's a smart gal. She wants what is truly best for people and folks in the United States of America, and she saw the light. And I think that I had something, not one to boast, I think I had a little something to do with that with Sean, and spending many, many hours and days with Sean Young. And by the way, and I can't say this on terrestrial, so I'll just throw a word out there. It's not in a sentence, but I'll just throw the word out, Bush. Now,
we got
pan
Bush.
down, pan down.
No. I can say that. I can say that as this hanging tendon word that is not in a sentence. But one day, as I walked into my bedroom, a certain actress and I do call them actresses. You know why? Because they're females who act.
Yes,
exactly. They're actresses. They're not actors. They're actresses.
Yes.
And I saw the beautiful Sean Young and. Completely, and she and I have hit it off for many, many years. And on my daughter's life, yes, we could have consummated, but in my complete honesty with you, it was my decision, and I'll tell you why. And man, son of a bitch! I throw myself under the bus, and I do this constantly. But in attempting to be fair and 100% honest, we're out one night having a great time, and I do have a driver. It is my former producer, Rex Dale. Rest in peace. He really is dead. But I'd rather have Robert Hayes alive. If you don't mind me saying, and no one asked me. But if it were the two of them, my ex-producer still alive, or Robert Hayes, yes, I want Bobby Hayes to be alive. Am I wrong, Mart?
No.
Okay. Here's the deal. And by the way, once again, what did I say earlier about movie stars? They're supermen. There are supermen and superwomen. Now,
they're
supermen.
Cunts.
They're yes.
You are what you eat.
No. And once again, how did I start this? By telling you that Robert Carradine is 100% honest. Here's what happened. We're out one night, and we're both drinking quite a bit, and it looks like we're finally going to go there. And then I'm helping her into the back seat, or the whatever the hell it was. I smelled her armpit.
Uh-oh.
And let me tell you something, not the nastiest football player after 3 hours on the field have I ever smelled anything so nasty in my life.
It's not nice.
And for me, that put the old kibosh on any sexual activity.
Yeah, but what are you doing hanging around her armpit?
Right.
That's not where you want to be.
I was picking her up. It happened to flap into my nostril area.
I've been there.
This is the honest to God. Was Sean Young?
No.
Okay. Well,
I would have done that.
Okay,
just to say I did it.
No.
I gotta tell you, that wouldn't have stopped me either.
See, I've never been the guy to do things so I can say that I did it. I love her dearly to this day.
She's a sweetheart.
We have had our problems. Last time she was over here,
she got PO'd about the movie.
And the reason why it was the last time was it was a Harrison Ford. It was the Blade Runner 2.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know, she asked me not to mention something. It came out of my mouth. She was pissed off. She ran out of the bar like a little girl. And you know, these things happen.
You're talking about pheromones. Like this, some scent, it's over. That's it. It's over.
Yeah, and so I got the armpit, but by the way, I love her dearly, and I'm glad we never consummated because I think that we can continue to be friends until we're in our 80s. Like I'm going to make it.
You might still be trying to get the stench off.
Oh, jeez. Whoa! That's Robert Carradine. More with that man in seconds on Outlaw Radio.
This is Outlaw Radio.
Yeah, the man he's done everything worthwhile, and some probably TV appearances at our movies that he didn't think is so worthwhile, but he received the paycheck. And what the hell? You're an actor. You're a thespian. You're a stuntman in a movie. I turned into Peter O'Toole from the stuntman. Yeah, but this man, Robert Carradine, he's done a lot of good stuff, including but not limited to Mean Streets. I'm going to get to that next hour, and hanging out with Robert De Niro and what that must have been like. But not only that, Martin Scorsese movie.
Hello.
That man was in that movie, Robert Carradine. But before we get to all of that sumptuous movie flicky sort of stuff, the classic mean streets. Let's go back to an award-winning film called Revenge of the Nerds, and a classic scene in that movie.
Okay, there's a scene in that movie that
Yes.
everybody remembers.
Yes, sir.
Pan down, we need Bush.
Panty raid.
And then we pan down, we got Bush.
Booger.
Well, anyway, the girl in that scene whose Bush we see just happened to be the daughter of the projectionist on location.
No!
That would show the dailies. Every time you shoot, the next day, you look at the previous day's footage to
Right.
see if you forgot anything or if some things need to be reshot or whatever. Okay, yeah, that's what dailies are. His daughter shows up on screen stark naked with her Bush.
You're saying he wasn't aware of this?
Not at all. She didn't tell him.
No.
He walked off the set. We had to get another projectionist.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
By the way,
I don't blame him.
That's great trivia.
By the way, Robert Carradine, speaking of the stuntman, that sort of thing happened in that one of the great movies of all time with Peter O'Toole.
Love that movie.
That happened in there with Barbara Hershey in the dailies, and they're shooting, and they're showing this scene with Barbara completely naked, messing around with I don't know who it was, but it pissed off who was the other dude?
Steve Railsback?
Yeah, it pissed off Steve Railsback, who was totally smitten by Barbara Hershey. That was in a daily, same sort of thing. He was unaware of it. And the dailies, a very important part of movie making. However, if you just tuned in, he and I, meaning Robert and my own self, Magic Matt, here on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube. And
Robert
on Rumble.
Carradine. He didn't say my last name.
Robert Carradine.
Carradine with a C.
Yes.
I was coming with it.
We are both aficionados of the great Jerry Lewis. His pops was in a movie called The Patsy with Jerry Lewis, and even though the dailies are important, Jerry invented a thing called the video assist. You went on record as calling him a genius. I think this could be another reason why we would ascribe that sort of moniker to a Jerry Lewis, because he invented this video thing where they could watch it back instantly instead of the next day.
Well, here's the problem with the video assist.
Oh, God, Robert Carradine, yes?
After every take where the director says print, which means I love the take, we're moving on now. He says print. All the actors have to run over to the video assist and they want to watch the scene. And it just takes up so much time that some of these directors don't let the actors come back to the video tent.
Hey,
they're just not allowed to go back.
Hey, Robert, if I were a director, I wouldn't allow them. Because it's a ridiculous. If the director is happy with it, he has the last say.
Absolutely.
It ends there.
But also, I'm the kind of actor that when I'm in the moment.
I love that you call yourself an actor, even though you are a speed demon. You're an auto magnate. You're a man who loves to get out there on the track. This was never your first passion. But I love that, Robert Carradine, you call yourself an actor.
Well, no, but if I'm in the zone, I don't want to see footage of myself concurrent with my ability.
Yes.
I'm used to seeing my ability like 9 months or 12 months later.
There you go.
And I don't want to see it at the same time.
You bet, man.
There's a reason to have a director on set.
Do you watch everything that you have been in, or are some things you just would rather not see?
There's some things I'd rather not see.
Yeah, and have you stayed away from those, or have you watched everything you've ever been in?
I've watched a lot of my stuff. There's some of it I've never seen.
Yeah.
People have asked me about films, and I go, I never saw it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't help
All right, more with Robert Carradine, and we're going to get to this Martin Scorsese film, Mean Streets. But not only that, oh my God, there's how about a
Hey, Matt, let me ask you a question.
Yes,
Matt.
quick.
How long does this thing last?
Oh,
event?
as long as you're on this planet. We'll be this after back. On Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. One more.
pieces and let Chicago go to hell. There's people leaving New York City like they rang the fire bell. They call themselves enlightened, but cancel those who don't agree. I wish all these folks who claim they're woke would just go back to sleep. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. I believe in live and let live. We're all free to each their own. If you were born a he, but wanna be a she, do your thing, but leave my kids alone. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. We send them off to college to get them educated. They send them back to us indoctrinated. And how much are we paying? I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? No offense, but common sense is the direction that I'm leading.
Hey guys, Tattoo Dave here. Just reaching out to you again. Say thank you. You're listening and watching Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, Twitter, Rumble.com, all the great radio stations across the nation. We love you, Wisconsin, Detroit, Ohio, Cleveland, Dallas, Texas, Switzerland, Canada, everywhere you are. We love you and thank you again. Thank you very much.
They've torn Portland all to pieces and let Chicago go to hell. There's people leaving New York City like they rang the fire bell. They call themselves enlightened, but cancel those who don't agree. I wish all these folks who claim they're woke would just go back to sleep. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
Tell me what you want.
have the great Billy Gibbons here. Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yes, he just passed out.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
At the Lightning Lounge. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. At the Lightning Lounge. Oh, little outlaw radio. We're here with Matt.
Yeah. And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Oh, yeah. Have mercy, a little Bobby Carradine. Little Bobby Carradine. Robert Carradine on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
On YouTube. He's doing his role as the nerd. On Revenge of the Nerds. And to quote Robert...
You still got it.
And to quote Robert Carradine at break, he said, how friggin' long does this go on? And I said, as long as you have life in you, buddy.
Oh, man.
You know, I mean...
Well, he just said he said, maybe I should go to my car and have some corn nuts out there. I said, no, we have food coming.
Yeah, we do have food coming.
I thought he said porn in the car. That's what I thought. That's what I heard.
That's why he sleeps in his car.
Yeah.
Well, that was last night.
Okay. There he is. Robert Carradine. Robert Carradine, who is currently... I think you're still working on... and I don't know why I'm hearing that again there, Dave, Tattoo Dave.
Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
That's why I said Tattoo Dave.
You're not hearing it.
That's well, no, you fixed it. See, so don't try to befuddle me.
He's had a couple Modelos.
I've only really.
Yeah.
I don't hear nothing.
So why is it that every one of my producers? Okay.
The Tattoo Dave Show.
Robert Carradine, he's been trying to take over since day one, man. Since he became producer of this friggin' show, and there's nothing I can do about it. But I'll tell you what I can do.
You
about
can hire
this.
another producer.
I can tell you that the movie that I believe you're currently immersed in has a little something to do with handguns, but because of Alec Baldwin. You can't do the gun, or everything has changed on the set now. Is that right, Robert?
Yes, everything has changed on the set now, and our producer was so cheap, he got some plastic Berettas.
Oh, boy.
Okay. All right.
I'm not going to put up with that, so I went to this...
I brought the real one.
No, I thought about going up to my brother Keith's house and getting the real one, because I have a Beretta and I also have a 1911. But
so your bro Keith is also a gun user, a gun...
Yes, he is.
Love him.
But he has a safe, which is why my guns are
nice. There. God bless him.
And so anyway, I found this company in Alhambra that has they've got to have 100 different airsoft guns, and one of the ones that they had that I really wanted was a 1911.
Mm-hmm.
It's dead nuts perfect. It uses a CO2, and it weighs the same amount. I haven't compared it to my real 1911, but it feels like a real 1911.
Right.
And then for my co-star / producer, I bought him a Beretta, and it's the same difference. It's like unbelievably realistic. All I had to do is remove these orange things from the front.
Yes.
Yep.
I shouldn't have said that.
Oops.
Well, that's what makes it so a police officer, somebody's going to know it's a fake gun.
Yeah, but I think
you cut yours out of there.
If I was a criminal, I would get a real gun and put an orange tip on it.
Yes. I thought of that many times.
That's funny.
Uh-oh, I think Mike Z might be a criminal mind.
That's in it. Oh, you think? Yeah.
So now they let you use that on set?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice.
It shoots 6mm plastic BBs.
Nice.
And the Beretta does not use a CO2. It uses a gas cylinder that I think is propane, which seems really crazy to me to use propane as a driving force for for these BBs. But it doesn't matter because we're not going to shoot them.
No.
Actually, I did stick a CO2 in mine, and I shot it, and it went through a cardboard box.
Whoa.
Nice.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, it's plastic.
Yeah,
and it
they've
went
got
through
some
a
velocity. They've
cardboard
got
box.
velocity.
I have a 1.77, just a BB, a pellet gun. It goes through boxes.
I have a 22. I have a 22 caliber BB gun that a pellet gun that's 1,700 feet per second.
Wow, man.
I mean, it'll kill a rat for sure.
I was just
I
going to
killed
say.
plenty of stuff with a 177. Yeah.
Do you think, Robert Carradine, do you believe, and I understand if you don't want to answer this question, but do you believe that Alec Baldwin should be in the big house?
I don't know if he should be in the big house, but he absolutely should be charged with manslaughter because he didn't mean to do it, but he did it.
Right.
And he did it because he was messing around.
And then he lied about it.
Yeah. No, he should not be getting off scot-free. Absolutely not.
Yeah. Should Martin Scorsese be let off scot-free for that 3.5-hour ponderous movie that he put up there on Netflix? I mean, they're letting Martin Scorsese get away with friggin' highway robbery.
Okay, so get this.
Because of who you know what I'm talking about.
I do, and his
what is
new
it
movie...
called? It's called The Frenchman. No, The Italian. No, the Irishman. Yeah. I knew I'd get it.
Okay, well, his new one is 3 hours and 45 minutes.
No. I heard about this. A famous director who will remain nameless, but a buddy of mine, he and I smoking cigars a couple nights ago, he brought this to my attention. He said, Matt, do you know they're letting him get away with anything he wants because he's Martin Scorsese? I said, but isn't there an editor who would come? He said, no, don't you understand, Matt? Martin Scorsese is a genius. He's a genius, so they will not take care of business and turn this into a palatable movie, which I believe they almost could have with The Irishman. They could have edited that son of a bitch down, even though, those effects where they make someone look older or younger didn't work.
Did not work.
Didn't work.
You had to kind of look at it through squinted eyes, but I did see it at the Egyptian.
Yeah.
It had a 2-week run in that theater.
Right.
And I went to see it in the theater.
Yeah.
And I took a whiz before I got there, and I didn't get anything to drink. And I made it through.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad I saw it in one go because
that's an accomplishment.
Yeah. You were not in the same spot where you started when you watched that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, emotionally. I thought he did a hell of a job.
So you don't agree with me that it was way too long?
It was way too long, but at the same time, I'd have to watch it again and see what wasn't needed.
Well, there's about 20 minutes, and I can run this down for you because, me being a film editor all my life, an accomplished film editor, I was just a kid when Citizen Kane, but I helped Orson. Listen, the bottom line.
Nicely done.
The bottom, and thank you.
Yes.
I wear
Excellent.
that. I wear it like a badge of honor. But the bottom line here is that you were in an early Martin Scorsese film before they called him a genius.
I was in his second film
called Mean Streets.
Yeah.
And you played with. A couple classic American actors. One by the name of Harvey Keitel.
Oh God.
Fellow Marine.
And a good dude who
and a great actor.
And another guy who does not suffer the fools, but always felt. Let me throw this in because I learned this from a couple buddies of Harvey's. That he should have been bigger than his buddy, Robert De Niro. Harvey has always felt that way. Yes, I'm talking out of school, but we will do that on the show. And in that movie, Mean Streets, with the great, I was going to call him Bo Daniels, but Robert Carradine was a man named Robert De Niro. Maybe you've heard of him. He's done a couple things. Now, you played in a movie with both these cats. If you had to do it again, gun to your head, Robert Carradine, and you could only be in a movie with one of them, would it be Harvey Keitel or Robert De Niro?
Robert De Niro.
Because he is so good as an actor, or because you thought he was a cool dude?
I just think he's a stalwart young man.
Yeah.
And he was then.
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen that there's a new trailer out that Scorsese's doing a new movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro?
Isn't that the one we're
talking about the flowers?
That's the one we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
That is 3 hours and like 30 friggin' minutes.
45.
Yeah, but have you
45.
seen the trailer? It looks insanely good.
But it's insanely long.
Yes.
Have you seen this, Robert?
No.
Yeah, well, it's out. I mean, it's out there for those in.
Is it out yet?
No, it's
October.
It's out there for those folks like you. Yes, you could see it. It's done. It's in the can. There are folks.
Where can I see it?
There are. I'll put you
In the can.
I'll put you in contact with the right people so you can
couldn't
watch
I see it at the Academy? They'll probably show it there, right?
Most likely, yeah. But this, a movie that long is, for me, that's a tough putt. I mean, that Back to Citizen Kane, that was a pretty long movie, but not that long.
I haven't even made it through John Wick 4 yet. I'm still twice.
Those are long, but
Yeah.
action. It's constant action.
So you chose De Niro,
Yeah.
but is there a reason why you wouldn't want to work with Harvey Keitel?
Yeah, he's a prick.
Oh, no kidding.
There we go. Boom.
And Bobby was not a prick.
He wasn't a prick, and also, what's the other guy's name?
Harvey
Keitel.
Yeah, he's too short.
Is there a specific instance that you can tell us about from that film?
Well, I tried out for that movie,
Mean Streets.
Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, Reservoir Dogs. Yeah.
Great movie. Michael Madsen.
Yeah,
One day.
and I went over to Harvey's house in West LA and met with him and Quentin. And this is at a point in my career when I had not yet mastered the art of the audition, because up until this point in my career, I've been getting offers. I didn't have to audition.
Right.
So I hadn't really auditioned that many times before, and it didn't go well. And Harvey wasn't kind.
Did he remember you from Mean Streets?
I didn't ask.
Yeah.
What I say, man, I said no big stuff, all right? I'm going to say it again. I said no big stuff.
Yeah.
That's it, okay? I like this Robert guy. I work with him any freaking day of the planet, anytime. All right? No big stuff.
That movie, of course, put a certain director on the map, and it proved that man's muster. And why he wasn't a male model before being a director, I'll never know. I mean, it's just one of the questions that it has sort of been floating out there for many, many years.
Well, here's another Scorsese story.
Okay.
My brother David and I were only on this film for one day, and I had pretty long hair. I mean, longer than yours. My hair was really long.
By the way, he's pointing to my brother Mark.
And so they tucked my hair under my collar, like they put like some bobby pins back there and tucked it behind my collar. And all day long, Scorsese, like any chance he would get, he'd go, does this hair look okay to you? Hey, makeup girl, does this hair look okay to you? I mean, he's asking anybody. Hey, Grip, does this hair look okay to you?
Yeah, is that right?
So we finally get to the part of the scene where my brother David goes into the bathroom, and I follow him in there, and I kill him. Well, at least I thought I killed him. It turns out he was so drunk, I just pissed him off.
Okay.
And he fights me all the way across the bar and out the door. Anyhow, it's an over-the-shoulder shot, and Scorsese's losing his fucking mind. He says, okay, here's what we're going to do. Take the bobby pins out. Bobby, when you go to kill David, take the hair out from behind your collar and then kill him.
Nice.
So I do that. I take the hair out from behind my collar, I get the gun out, and I kill my brother.
Yeah.
Well, cut to, these NYU film schools when Scorsese goes to, do a guest appearance. Inevitably, somebody will say, what was the significance of the assassin in Mean Streets taking the hair out of behind his collar and then killing the guy? Did that have like a spiritual meaning? And it's just like, it was just an on-set situation that had to get dealt with.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we all sort of search for the meaning. The meaning. It's a film. It's make-believe. It's showbiz.
They are? It's make-believe?
I mean, you look at it that way, do you not? I mean, Robert Carradine, you look at it that way. It's make-believe. It's just sort of, what?
The scene on the moonwalk in Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. That was real thespianism, right?
Yes, it was. I just wanted to give her something to react to.
You,
Darth Vader.
God, 78. You were what the hell? Hal Ashby.
Coming Home.
Vietnam. Coming Home.
Yep, Coming Home.
Starred Jane Nutbag Fonda, who yes, and by the way, for those of you who listen to this show from week to week and watch us on YouTube and Rumble.com and Twitter, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, you have to punch it in that way. Then you know that yes, I'm not lying when I say that Jane Fonda wanted to bed me.
Yeah.
I was involved, and she was 59 years old, and I will tell you, I was a kid, but she was hot, but I was in a relationship. But
you fool.
But okay, yeah.
I'd still break
once
her hip.
again,
We busted. You know
by the way, perhaps. But you know, a lot of her utterings out of her mouth, out of I think she's a nutbag. That's obviously it's my opinion because it's me speaking. However, hell of an actress. Jon Voight, one friggin' incredible actor in my opinion,
and great American.
But your performance caused like a little speculation that you might be the best actor in the family because of what you did in the movie Coming Home. Did you ever hear that?
I've read that. I've never actually heard it. Nobody's ever spoken it to me, and it's false.
Oh, you really believe that?
Yeah,
Of course he does.
You're not being humble.
No, my brothers are much better actors than I am.
Wait, I'm sorry. I thought I had Robert Carradine here, but Tattoo Dave is speaking to you and saying,
of course
yes,
he is.
No, he's completely humble.
Well, David and the Kill Bill stuff, man. I mean, come on, you can't. The guy was brilliant in
How about
those movies.
you know, he did a play in New York called The Royal Hunt of the Sun, and he did it on Broadway, and he played Atahualpa, who was the god of the sun, and Christopher Plummer kills him at the end of the play, and he staged it in such a way that he's on his back with his head facing out into the audience, and his arms are out like in a Jesus Christ T. And he had perfected a way to breathe without showing any breath being breathed. And every night, women would start freaking out in the front row.
Thought he was really dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, I think David and Keith, well, I'm pretty good.
I'm still just scratching the surface of Robert Carradine's career, and I couldn't go through 20 minutes. Nevertheless, we talk about 3 hours without talking about a man named Lee Marvin and a great flick that this man happened to be in The Big Red One.
Oh, great. Oh, man, that's a great movie.
That is a great friggin' movie.
I don't know if your listeners know this, but in 2004, Richard Schickel, the celebrated critic from Time Magazine, took it upon himself, along with Brian Jameson, the executive at Warner Brothers in charge of home video, to get the pieces out of the storage in Kansas City of The Big Red One that were cut out back in 1980 when the film was released. And they managed to restore 45 minutes to the film of before now never seen footage.
Wow. Yeah.
There's one actor that was in the film, and his wife did not believe that he was in the movie because he was not in the movie. Now he's in the movie, and she can't believe it. She's stunned. So if your listeners want to see that movie the way it was meant to be seen, it's called The Big Red One, The Reconstruction.
Is it a Criterion collection?
Okay.
I don't think you can see it streaming. I think you have to buy the DVD.
That was off mic, and the question was, is it a Criterion collection? And now talk about Revenge of the Nerds. Now we're getting very nerdy. Yeah, we're getting very nerdy.
I just wanted to ask that question, Matt.
Lee Marvin, another great Marine.
Well, Lee Marvin, in my opinion, I wonder if my meeting with Lee at the Pretty Woman Hotel in Beverly Hills was sort of in tandem with this man, Robert Carradine, meeting or working with this man. I found him to be a true man's man. I smoked cigars with him at a bar, and it was just somehow he happened to be the only one in the bar I was the other one, and we simply talked.
Oh, man, what a story.
Right?
Because you know he was a Marine.
Yes.
And-
Yeah,
I can't help myself.
Yeah.
Okay, man. But
Okay, man.
You know,
Robert's going. You're scaring me. now a little
Robert,
bit.
no, you know you're sitting next to a Marine here.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you for your service.
Thank you.
I
Thank
just got
you,
in a lot of
Bob.
trouble.
God bless.
Okay, so anyway, we get to location. We've been there about 3 days, and they're going to take us out to a rifle range so that we can shoot the M1 Garand with live ammo.
Nice.
And be able to properly mimic the recoil. Because even though it's a semi-automatic, it does have a pretty good recoil.
It's got some kick, man.
Yeah, it's got some kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you
So
know, Marty.
we're
Shut
sitting
up,
in front of the hotel waiting for Lee to come down, and it's me, Mark Hamill, Kelly Ward, and Bobby DeChico, the Four Horsemen. And Lee finally shows up with his daughter. He sits in the middle of the front seat. The daughter takes a shotgun. Off we go. He hasn't turned around. He hasn't said anything. We're just looking at the back of his head, which has got a proper Marine haircut, and his neck is all red, and it's red all the way up to the little bush on top. And all of a sudden he goes, "Which one of you is Carradine?"
Oh, no.
I am. He goes, "Well, F you, Carradine."
Oh, no. What did that mean?
That's all he said the whole way to the rifle range.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What did that mean?
So I'll get to that.
Okay.
We get out to the rifle range, and we're all taking turns shooting the M1, you know, ready on the left, ready on the right. Okay, fire at will. We're doing this, you know, I do a clip, DeChico does a clip, Kelly Ward does a clip, and Mark Hamill's about halfway through a clip, and Marvin grabs the M1 and unloads the rest of the clip right at our feet. And he says, "That's combat, goddammit." He goes and sits in the car.
Wow.
So that's how we met Lee.
Wow.
Man.
So what was his,
And okay, turn up Mark's mic for a second here.
what was his problem with you?
Well, I asked him about that a couple of weeks later.
Lee
after-
Marvin we're talking about.
Yeah, Lee Marvin. I said, "Lee, what was with that F.U. Carradine in the car the first time we met you?" He said, "Well, I figured I had to hang out and keep up with 4 of you young sons of bitches, so I wanted to set the record straight out of the gate."
I love that.
He said, "Also, you were the only one I'd ever heard of."
Yeah, he was a good guy, that Lee Marvin, man.
Can I mention a Lee Marvin story really quick?
Please, Mike Z.
When I went to boot camp, they told us when we were getting off the bus, and we got right after we got off, we got to my platoon, and they said, "Listen, there's going to be cameras around. Ignore the cameras. This is crazy." And I never thought about it again. And then years later, I bought the double seat DVD of the 12. Oh my God, famous World War II movie with
the magnificent.
the Dirty Dozen.
Dirty
Dirty Dozen.
Yeah.
And in the Dirty Dozen, in the extras, there's it's called Leadership Skills, and it's narrated by Lee Marvin. And my platoon is in that. And I'm watching this, and I'm going, "That's my drill instructor. That's me in formation."
Oh, no kidding.
I saw myself in formation.
That's pretty cool, man.
And actually, I mentioned it last week, I think. I don't know if I did. I meant to, but my drill instructor almost died last week. He's in the hospital
in
right now,
Vegas.
but he's coming through. Yeah, in Vegas.
Yeah.
And it's just the crazy. What are the odds of that? I just pulled my mic out.
100%, by the way.
No, that's insane, man.
And, and quickly, we only have 90 seconds in this break, but I need to throw this out here because you did a movie. Robert Carradine was in a movie called Wavelength, and I mentioned this because Cherie Curry, who is married to the aforementioned our buddy Bobby Hayes of Captain Stryker fame.
That was after that movie.
In Airplane 1 and 2. Well, so wait, you're saying he married her after this movie in 1983? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Also,
Yeah.
she was in the Runaways, the band of Runaways.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And did you? Was she a little bitchy or okay? Was she okay?
She was
Yeah, fine.
great.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
Always hot. Bobby has loved her to this
Yes.
day, and she agreed to do a television pilot with me some years ago, and then she had this this big old fugly ugg who was her quote unquote manager who put the kibosh on that.
She was going to come and do chainsaw
carvings. Because Cherie Curry also does chainsaw
carvings out of wood.
Yeah, and makes totem poles and all that.
Yeah.
She was going to do that on the show.
She's a wonderful. I like her. She's a hippie chick.
She's an amazing
I love
person,
her.
man. And what she's been through, what she has survived, is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and I know if Robert Hayes, Captain Stryker from Airplane 1 and 2, if he feels that deeply about someone, because I love Robert so much, he must know something. And Robert Carradine, same thing with you, man. You're saying you love her.
We know things.
Okay, more things on the way next on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
I've gone to ground. I'm watching porn in my hotel dressing gown. And now I dream of you, but I still believe there's only enough for one in a slowly hotel suite. The journey's long.
laboratories. With over 200 research workers, academic staff, and PhD students worked around the clock 7 days a week for 9 years. And today, we deliver broadcasting from atomic scale components, 21st century technology, talk, stars, and subliminal messaging. Motivating, stimulating, mildly erotic, 24/7. Outlaw Radio.
All right, dancing with our hands above our heads. Does it make it wrong? Not necessarily. Welcome back to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble.com, on X. That's what they're calling it now, X.
Yeah.
And great radio stations across the nation.
Wait, what do they call X?
They call Twitter X.
I call it Twitter.
Yeah, me too.
I don't have Twitter.
By the way, that voice is the voice of Robert Carradine, the esteemed actor Robert Carradine.
There's nothing better than having him do that right here with us.
Bobby, I'm gonna do something I have never done with you on this show.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Should I leave the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, do I get to stay dressed?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Well, being a heterosexual male, yes. Keep your clothes on.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Number one, this woke crap, is it driving you nuts?
Yes.
Okay. Number two, you and I have never really gotten into politics. And you are a man who, being a Hollywood guy, a showbiz guy, a movie, TV, supreme
actor.
He's a thespian. You're an actor in a movie playing a stuntman. But you, Robert Carradine, you and I have never gotten into it. Now, I believe you probably know that I sort of lean right. Do you know that about me?
I don't know that about you, Matt.
Okay. Okay. Robert Carradine, I've always thought of you as a pragmatist, as more of a libertarian than anything else. Or maybe an old school Democrat, but that party doesn't exist anymore because JFK would be a Republican today. Am I wrong?
Matt, you're never wrong.
Okay.
You know, that's funny. Wow. You confirmed.
No, you did. I told you that. I told you. I have mentioned this, that I am never wrong. But this is a man who, by the way, doesn't want to cut off his balls in showbiz by getting political. And I appreciate that about you. However, I am about to introduce you, Robert Carradine, and Bettina, I will tell you this. This man is one of my favorite people for many, many years now, since the first day I met this man. And we never really got into politics, and I appreciated that because even if this guy is on quote-unquote the left, I know he's not woke. I asked the question, I knew the answer.
You can't stand it, like we all can't.
But no, because it's just ridiculous. I mean, Emma Roberts now apologizes to, who is that, Angelica Ross, for not calling the trans actor a lady. That's because it's not a lady. It's not a lady. Stop apologizing.
No, it's a dickless and ballless man.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, I think we're learning a little something about the great Robert Carradine, and a reason why that deep in my heart that I have loved this man since the day I met him, because I knew he wasn't, let me put this, let's talk in sort of an upper range, in the kingly, he's not a douche. All right?
No, he's not.
Bettina...
He played one in a movie.
Bettina... No, he played a nerd in Revenge.
Completely different thing.
Completely different.
Yeah, douche.
No, you weren't a douche. You were a nerd. There's a difference there.
Okay, Matt, let me cut you off.
Okay.
Bill Burr is my god.
Oh, love you.
There you go.
All right.
Love you.
That's it, brother.
Okay. I love Bill.
That's
I love Bill. And by
Yes,
the way,
sir.
that was Mart using the F word.
Sorry, I just got excited about Bill Burr. I love
but Bill Burr, you and I both, the guy is a genius, comedically funny son of a bitch. This woman, who was a muckety-muck here in Hollywood, got the hell out of Hollywood, moved to Dallas, Texas, lives in the old Dallas TV show South Fork, so she ain't hurting for bucks. She's a pragmatist. She had to leave Hollywood. She had enough, and her name is Bettina Viviano, and I want you to meet, because I think you two will get along. Say hi to, the great and ubiquitous Robert Carradine, Bettina.
Hello.
There you go.
Hello, Bettina.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, hi, this is Bobby Carradine. What's happening?
Oh, living large in this fun world we're living in.
Okay.
Yeah,
How about you?
It's a blast, isn't it?
Oh, every day. I mean, I live in paradise. I'm outside in a beautiful place and very lucky and blessed, but I'm a little scared for my country, to be honest with you.
I think you should be, because our country is in deep shit.
Wow.
At the moment.
Okay. See what I got to tell you. So you heard seconds ago my relationship with this man, Robert Carradine. And the fact that we never got into politics, but I always knew he wasn't a douche, meaning he could be right there on the fence, man, and simply a pragmatist. But thank you for saying that. Thank you for being what I thought you were, Robert Carradine, a smart friggin' guy. And once again, you don't have to love or even appreciate Donald Trump to be that smart guy. You can think he's a big douchebag. I got no problem. I thought he was a pretty damn loudmouth douchebag, but a great president. But this woman, Bettina Viviano, has a thing or two to say about Governor DeSantis, who I have been a fan of, and I do think he is a great governor of Florida. And it is this.
Okay, Bettina, let him have it.
Go.
I mean, you know, I felt the same way about Governor DeSantis because, first of all, I still work in Hollywood, and I have no issue with my friends. I did it 40 years. I still have all my projects. Nobody's mean to me. I'm not blackballed. I treat them with respect. I mean, I don't, you know, this is really unfortunate because a lot of what they feel is misinformation. Like, anybody that doesn't vote Democrat is a racist. Well, all my black friends are voting for Trump.
Yeah.
So are all my Hispanic friends. I mean, that's just dumb. If you go to X or Twitter, you see countless videos of people who've had enough of the poverty, the crime, you know, the inflation. Nobody can feed their kids. They don't have jobs. It's horrible. And now we have wide open borders, and the people that are suffering the most are the underserved communities. They're taking the black people's jobs and the legal immigrants' jobs and going their communities and making it unsafe. So there's a huge cultural shift in this country because people aren't going to put up with it anymore.
And it has nothing to do with party affiliation. I mean, even John Cusack, who is a big woke, if you don't mind me saying, a big woke,
Piece of crap.
lefty piece of crap, he's slamming the Democratic Party because he says Dems have sold out the working class for decades.
Yes.
At least they're telling the truth. It's like they're not, the Dems are not your friends, my black American brethren, my Latino brethren, and certainly my Jewish friends, who it's like it's about time you got your act together and understood that those Democrats don't love America anymore.
But as far as, like, you know, I mean, I call, first of all, John Cusack blocked me on Twitter. But I mean, what a puss.
That says it all right there.
I was going to say, that's kind of a compliment.
Yeah, he is a puss.
I tweet that thing as the screenshot of it all day.
Okay. Yeah.
You've got to give him credit for saying enough is enough. And the thing is, what people don't understand about the whole MAGA thing with Trump, these are the forgotten people who have been left by the side of the road, replaced by an enormous amount of illegal immigration, who can't afford anything anymore, who are being forced to buy $80,000, $100,000 electric vehicles they can't charge anywhere. They're being forced and told 14 states are getting rid of dairy and meat and all gas vehicles and getting rid of your gas stove and getting rid of your heater and your
Where are they getting rid of dairy and meat?
There's 14 states that have committed to get rid of it in 2030.
Is one of them California?
Oh,
Yes, it is.
you know it.
Yeah,
you
of
know
course
it
it is. They're probably the initiator.
And by the way,
Yeah.
Bettina, hold on one second. This is a man in Robert Carradine who loves his gas guzzling friggin' car. What do you think about? Would you have a tough time moving over to the electric vehicle concept?
I won't do it.
Yeah.
Nice. How do you feel about
God bless you, brother.
$6 gas?
You have to. If you're in California, gas cars are
Yeah.
flawed.
Yeah, all this applause is for you, Bettina, and my lovely friend, Robert Carradine. Go, Bettina.
I mean, you can't imagine the things that they have planned, that this isn't a Democratic Party.
No.
I mean, Robert Kennedy, who's been having these huge fundraisers with Eric Clapton and everybody else.
Yeah, hell yeah.
God bless these people, because this is a guy who's, I would vote for it for some reason for sitting in jail. But I will never vote for, I personally look at the Republican primary stage and I think old, tired, neocon, warmongering, Ukraine-supporting trash.
Right.
It's an embarrassment.
I'm with you.
I won't vote for that. Ron DeSantis literally makes me vomit. He needs to get rid of those white go-go boots and his weirdo vest.
But hold on, Bettina Viviano, please explain in a nutshell why you're off the DeSantis train.
Well, a year ago, my husband came to me, who's been a conservative since he was 6 years old, and he and I have matching IQ. He used to fight with the teachers in Massachusetts, the liberals. And he comes to me a year ago, and he goes, I can't stand Ron DeSantis. And I thought, well, we're always in Florida. That was our second choice to move to. And I thought, everybody loves DeSantis. And then I did my homework, and this guy is just, he's like another globalist, rhino, Bushy, Romney. He supported the TPP. He fast-tracked it, the Obama trade thing. He lies about his COVID response. He goes around saying it was all Trump's fault. Meanwhile, he lies about how long he shut Florida down. He lies about the mask mandates. He had snitch lines where you could literally report your neighbor for not wearing their mask or leaving their house. He had COVID police.
Yeah, that more, but Bettina, that more than anything really pisses me off.
Yeah.
That whole snitch line crap. That should not be in Governor DeSantis's friggin' playbook.
But, he's not who people think he is. He may have been good to a certain extent with Florida, but the Florida people hate him. All my friends in Florida are voting for Trump. They're pissed off. They spent money and time getting him elected again.
Hey, Viviana.
Got him.
Viviana, I just wanted to ask. So you're saying if Trump is in jail, you won't vote for him?
No, she said she
No,
would.
I'll vote no. Hell no. I'm assuming, and, here's the thing about that. Here's a guy for 70 years who never committed a crime, who won every NAACP award, and all his friends were all the most famous black rappers.
Of course.
Muhammad Ali and everyone else.
Right.
And all of a sudden, he becomes 70. He doesn't even take a paycheck. He donates it to charity.
Yeah.
And he's a criminal.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's why I asked, because we're over here thinking it would be the greatest thing in the world if he was president and running the country from jail.
Well, it's such.
I really do.
The greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
I will vote for him no matter what, and I'll tell you why. He's not owned by anybody.
Correct. That's wait. You can stop there. That's number one for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because is this a guy that you want to have a dinner with? Maybe not. Is this a guy that you have to sleep with? No. I don't choose my leaders by those who say the right thing. What I want is honesty and those who truly do care about Americans and who don't owe a son of a bitchin' thing to those a-holes in D.C.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's why they're trying to put him in prison.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's an election block.
Impeaching the guy before he even took office. And the whole reason they started all that nonsense, a lot of it, is because he was digging around about Biden's crimes in Ukraine.
Yeah.
He was asking around, like, what happened on this phone call where he said, I'm not giving $1 billion till you fire this prosecutor.
Well, I will tell you, Bettina Viviano, the idiots that say, well, but Biden, he's a nice guy. He's a little old. He's losing it, but he's a nice guy.
Nice guy.
I will tell you that I knew 25 years ago from a friend of mine who bedded him, who told me about this. I said, no kidding? And she said, oh, yeah, I wasn't the only one. He was nailing every piece of ass in D.C. for a gazillion years. Now, of course, that's secondhand knowledge. I can't prove it, but I will tell you that I think this guy is a Marxist. I don't believe he loves America.
He's creepy as hell.
And the most corrupt family ever.
I happen to love America, the United States of America. I like gas guzzling friggin' cars. I like being able to pull myself up by my own son of a bitchin' bootstraps and having a happy day with whatever it is that I can accomplish. Never look for handouts. Okay, more with Bettina Viviano and, this man, Robert Carradine, who happens to be so gracious in staying with us this number of years with no bourbon.
How about this number of hours?
No. But without bourbon, this number of years. All right, more in seconds on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Now we return to Outlaw Radio's Demons of Decadence.
All right, okay, here's the way this works. On terrestrial radio stations, this will be it. However, on YouTube and Rumble.com, we're going to go a few more minutes. Much to Robert Carradine's chagrin.
He's going to be sleeping in his car tonight.
No, because he's hungry as hell. No, that's when he was drinking.
Yeah, I know.
He ain't drinking anymore, but he's still smoking.
He's drinking beer.
And I feel like I owe him a pizza at the Rainbow on Sunset. But I love this guy. And I love him even more. See, it's this sixth sense or this innateness where those people in my life who I adore, I don't even have to know their politics, and then I realize that, yes, that we're the same because we love America, and this woke crap has gone too far. And it's if you're a man or a woman, there are two genders, and God bless
it's called biology.
And they've been trying, these a-holes have been trying to get rid of females for the last several years.
Well,
and
females have had enough.
And it's well, I think Bettina,
we can only hope.
Bettina Viviano out of there, she's direct from Dallas, who was a Hollywood mogul. She's a mogul now from Dallas, still in the Hollywood scene.
Yeah, you can put Robert in your next movie?
Still producing movies and TV. Yeah, I think you've got a guy who needs to be in your next project, Bettina Viviano in Robert Carradine. What do you think?
I'm all for it. Listen.
Oh, that's good to hear. I thought you hung up.
No.
One of those Carradines? No.
Click.
Yeah, I'm not doing business with those Carradines. My God.
Yeah.
Now she sounds like Lee Marvin.
Yeah.
And I think he would get along great with Adam.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, they're good peeps. And now, gun to your head. Forget about the gun. Even though I know you pack, and that's what you do. And
she packs some
And by
nice
the way,
stuff.
Robert Carradine packs. We're all gun lovers.
That's right.
We're toting.
Yeah, we're tootin'.
That's right.
And but I will tell you that this lovely woman, who, by the way, in the next couple of weeks we're having a big fat chicken fried steak at Keith's friggin' diner, and with a lot of gravy, because a lot of gravy is what you need.
And then a rib spreader after
Even
that.
though I can tell that Robert Carradine has not been eating a lot because he's in good physical shape.
I was gonna say, man,
is it
he's
because
lost
you
weight.
gave up the booze? Do you think that's it?
The Zimbic, baby.
What? Zimbic?
Oh my.
Does that ring a bell with you, Bettina?
Well, unfortunately, that's a thing for diabetics, and now they can't get any because all of Hollywood's sucking it up.
Because Robert Carradine is eating it all.
No, man, I was put on it by my cardiologist because I was pre-diabetic.
Oh.
I didn't do it for weight, but the weight came off.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
You were a lot bigger the last time you were
No,
here.
he's looking good, man. He's looking friggin' good. And but forget about the gun to your head. If it's DeSantis and a Democrat, you don't even have to answer that, right, Bettina?
For me, I won't vote DeSantis. I'll vote RFK.
Okay, I will tell you this. I will vote DeSantis. I have to, because as my best buddy since we were kids growing up in the Pacific Northwest, he now lives in Arizona. When he said on this show a few months ago, because I said, watch this RFK. This guy is going to gain some traction, and I like a lot of what he has to say. But John said, Matt, he's still one of them. And it's true. He is still one of them. So, no, I got to tell you, Bettina, and I love you dearly, and I think you know that. My vote is not for RFK. It will be for DeSantis if push come to shove. Do I think the best guy is Trump, the big loudmouth New Yorker that so many hate? Yes, I think he would be the best guy as president, especially this time around, because he owes no one anything, and he will put the hammer effing down and finally clean that swamp. That's not simply something to say. He really means that because he has nothing to gain.
He tried the first time around, and then
He did it.
But he was a neophyte.
Yes.
He thought those people around him were on his
You're
side.
right. Yeah.
He didn't know. I would have done the same thing. It's
But
like,
when he found out, he started firing him.
Yes.
Gone,
Bettina, in a nutshell, I'm not even asking if you agree or disagree. We're still having chicken fried steak and cigars and whiskey at your plantation in Dallas.
Plantation.
Yeah. No more business.
Okay.
You're on a cell.
No, maybe she's in the restroom. And by the way, they pay good money for that on not YouTube, but some of the sex channels. Yeah.
Pornhub.
Yeah. So maybe.
Did I say Pornhub?
Yeah, maybe.
I know nothing about it.
Maybe we can make a buck
never
or two
heard of
there.
that before.
Bettina, are you back? Has your connection arrived?
Uh-oh.
Which is a British term.
She was kidnapped.
Arrived means having an orgasm in British terms. I don't have to explain that to
edging.
Robert.
You know what
Robert.
happened, man? DeSantis got her.
Yeah, he did.
What do you think about DeSantis?
I think he's a piece of shit.
Okay. Wow. Oh wow. All right.
No, I don't like some of the big headline shit that he's done. You know, I don't care how woke Disney is, but you don't fucking undo that fucking thing like he did. I just think that was fucked up.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Effed up.
No, but I can get this at the tail end of the show. All right. I want to thank Tattoo Dave.
Thank you.
I want to thank my brother Marty. Mark C.G. Boyer. and of course, Mike Z, who has been.
Thank you.
If you don't mind me saying, you've been in seventh heaven, sitting next to this man, Robert Carradine, right?
Yes, incredible.
You made his life. And by the way, for you to be back here on the show after a couple of years, I adore you. This, my friends, is Robert Carradine
Thank you, Matt.
on Outlaw Radio. No, thank you, man. Don't forget, my friends, we're going to continue a few more minutes. We'll get Bettina back on the air. It'll be unvarnished, which means...
Oh, does that mean we could use expletives?
Anything you want to say.
So happy
now Robert's going, I'm staying.
So we're going to do that. We're going to do that on our YouTube and our Rumble and so on. But more than that, thank you so much for you beautiful radio stations and those who are in charge at those stations for having the taste to carry Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Don't forget, bumblebees can't fly.
I'm just saying what you're thinking. I believe in living a little live. We're all free to each their own. If you were born a he, but wanna be a she, do your thing, but leave my kids alone. I'm just saying, have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? I know y'all think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying what you're thinking. We send them off to college to get them educated. They send them back to us indoctrinated. And how much are we paying? I'm just saying. Have we all lost our minds? I'm just saying. Where do we draw the line? No offense, but common sense is the direction that I'm leaning. Some of y'all
Come back.
think it takes balls to be singing what I'm singing, but I'm just saying.
All right, okay. This is exclusive for YouTube and Rumble and blah, 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 Twitter /X. I like this part of the show. We do it rarely. We do this rarely.
Why are we doing it now?
I will tell you why. I will tell you why.
Thank you, Robert.
Because Robert, I'll tell you why.
Bettina got a kick out
I'll
of
tell you why, to piss off Robert Carradine, who's hungry as hell. But we're doing it now, so we can get some stuff that is it will certainly not be heard on terrestrial radio, and.
Can we drop F-bombs now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you want. I mean,
That's what Robert said. He goes, can I?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to go out of your way, but yes. But
Go out of your way.
But here.
I've got a good Jane Fonda thing.
Okay, hold on a second, Mike Z. But here's the dealio. First of all, I want to know why Robert Carradine said the expletives that he did about Governor DeSantis a few minutes ago. Why do you? I mean, you don't hate. I'm not talking about hate, but you dislike the man. Why?
I think he talks out of both sides of his mouth.
Okay.
Yep.
Politician.
Yep.
Bingo.
Bettina agrees with you.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
I think he's the most I'll tell you honestly how I feel.
I would love that.
I think he's disgusting. And I will tell you another thing that pisses me off. They're very anti-gay over there. I mean, to me, they're appealing to... He can't pick a lane. And a lot of the people around him are these far-right evangelical, which is fine. Those people can exist.
Right.
But they're sort of hitching their wagon to anti-gay, anti-trans, anti-this... You know, a federal abortion ban, which will never happen, nor should it. For the same reason Roe was overturned.
Right, correct.
And they make me vomit. And I mean, literally one of his trolls just told me the other day, Jenna Ellis, who actually worked for Trump, then became a paid DeSantis bot.
Right.
She literally said to me, I said, see, you guys are so anti-gay that if I have friends like Rick Grinnell, who President Trump gave an ambassadorship to, and he was the highest level openly gay elected official ever in history for all the idiots on the left that call him a homophobe. And I said, so I'm not allowed to like people like Rick Grinnell. And she wrote back to me, well, you're not conservative then.
Okay. Hold on. But Bettina, on everyone you love in your life, you promise me that happened.
I can send you. I've got the screenshots. I'll send it to you.
Okay, I must tell you, I could never be in that camp. I have always said, and Bettina, we've had conversations. I have always said, live and let live. I could give I could give a mother effing shit about your sexual proclivity. Have a happy friggin' day. Why should that enter into Americana or politics?
As long as you mess with our children,
ever.
Yeah.
I mean, my buddy John Robert Carradine, who is an avowed homosexual, has been a homosexual most of his life. I love him dearly. Right, Robert?
Matt, you motherfucker. You know how many times in my career they have decided that David, Keith, and I are homos?
Is that right?
Yeah.
No, I never knew that.
Oh, yeah.
So the whole family.
I
Yeah,
never
the
knew.
whole family. But I said, look, I can still fart, so you're full of shit.
Yeah, but one thing I can tell you that I have no proof, but I will tell you, and this will be gun to my head. I will tell you that old Bobby Carradine ain't no homo. Okay, let me just go on record as saying, gun to my head, not. But you know.
Wait, I gotta jump in here for a second.
Okay.
I did this film up in Canada.
Yeah.
And it was the story of a guy dying of AIDS. And
All right.
that's me. I have to play this guy.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, and I read the script, and I didn't have to kiss the guy. So I said, yeah, that scares the shit out of me. I'm going to try it. So I did this film. Well, the guy that was opposite me was actually a homosexual.
Okay.
And the last night of the shoot, there was a knock on my door.
No.
And it was him.
No.
He said, Bobby, listen, man, could I just, blow you? It'll be the best blowjob you've ever had. Wow. And I said to him, hey, man, I'm sure it will be, but I'm not like you.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
Son of a bitch.
You're either. I mean, this is an easy thing for males. Either you're homosexual or you're not. By the way, I don't believe in bisexuality when it comes to males. I do believe in bisexuality when it comes to females.
God love them.
And and by the way, I'm not. You're not the first person who said that, because Bettina Viviano, you understand how heterosexual males would not have a problem with bisexual females, because that is a different animal than homosexual males completely.
Well, no, you either want to see a hairy butt or you don't. I mean, it's not. There's no middle ground.
No,
on
there
that
really
one.
isn't. No middle ground there at all.
Right. None.
I mean, honestly, it's, and girls, you guys all think we do nothing but have big lesbian slumber parties.
Yes, we do. No, wait. Bettina, please don't take this illusion
don't
away
burst our
from us.
bubble on
Yeah, please let us.
We want to think all that you all do. Yeah.
Please let us live with this, please, because
we do. We have those.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, I mean, Matt's always said, and I've said also that, okay, just for example, in a locker room, girls are in there, they go, wow, you look good in that dress, and they're brushing each other's hair, and your ass looks good in those jeans.
Or your breasts look good.
Yeah, guys just don't say, hey, your penis looks good today.
Unless
You do that, you say that to another man, you're gonna get slugged.
You're gay, but you're gay if you're noticing another. Okay, let's break this down.
Many stories.
I do know. I do know. I believe I know the difference between a good-looking guy, though,
and
one who is not good-looking. All right.
Thank you.
Now, okay, you're welcome, Tattoo Dave.
Hot,
but no, not. See, I would never say hot because I don't excrete that sort of that pheromone.
But Matt, Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp, you
don't say yummy either.
Well, how about
Steve Buscemi?
How about
There's a stunner.
How about Robert Redford?
Oh, he's hot.
Not right.
See, Robert said it.
Not only is the guy good looking, but son of a bitch, what a great actor.
Oh yeah,
what a great fucking
Clint Eastwood,
actor.
good looking dude.
Hey, how about Bill Murray and Harold Ramis in Stripes when they were joining the armed forces and.
Sean,
you
that's a good scene.
He goes, I'm not, but I am willing to try.
Yeah, that's a great scene.
Yeah.
In the recruiter's office.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, there is no heterosexual male that is willing to try. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
No.
Yeah. Even I read this book, Xaviera Hollander.
Oh.
The
author. Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell? But she was a porn star. And I read this when I was a kid. And I found this interesting because in this book, they're talking about Sammy Davis Jr. And Sammy had this weird fascination with the penis and supposedly went down on some guy. And the guy from who the hell, the biggest movie of all time. Deep Throat, that chick.
Oh, porn movie.
That chick, yeah.
Linda Lovelace.
Yeah, Linda Lovelace.
Amazing how your brother knows all this
Yeah,
stuff.
well, I don't know if it's amazing, but here's the thing.
Caligula? I don't know about that.
Caligula. But
whatever. I never pronounced it right. I don't care.
See, Dave, I knew that. But
I know.
But
Gross. I thought I was going to see some good shit.
But what, Caligula?
Yes.
Oh, wait. Stop. Robert Carradine, stop right now.
Okay.
I thought it was one of the greatest female-on-female scenes in cinema in Caligula.
The greatest female-on-female scene in cinema of all time is blue is the warmest color.
He was telling me about this during the break.
Really? I don't know that.
It won the Cannes Film Festival.
Oh, yeah?
Spielberg was the head of the jury at the Cannes Film Festival. The two girls from that film both got Best Actress awards, which has never happened in the history of Cannes.
No
They've
kidding.
only ever given it to one. And if you haven't seen that film, you owe it to yourself.
We're
to
looking
watch
it up tonight.
Well, it's really good.
See, Bettina Viviano, this is why females rule. Because us men are so immersed in this concept of beautiful females. And not to say that you women don't like beautiful men, but we covet the vagina. Females do not covet the penis. Period.
Some of them do.
Oh, no, I do. Are you kidding?
No.
My husband about what I
Where do you get a load of me?
about his.
No. Okay, see, she's being sort of naughty in that she understands what I'm saying, but she's not really telling you that we live and die by that gorgeous female and the vagina, and wars have been fought and lost over the. What? I'm wrong here, John. I'm wrong. I keep wanting to say your
dad's name.
No, he's talking about Albie.
Matt. You're
I'm
killing
seeing
me,
your
Matt.
dad, man.
I think she gets it.
Yeah, I know she does.
Oh, she gets it.
So let's talk about something else.
Look, it's a whole different thing. I get it with two women as opposed to two men. I know men are completely twitchy about that. I get it. But we do know, by the way, gentlemen, how much power the badge has.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
About it.
That's what I'm saying.
We know that we lead you guys
Yes.
around.
Yes. Okay, good.
Yeah, we're talking houses, we're talking yachts,
Yes.
we're talking airplanes, all gone.
Empty your bank account.
No,
You're done.
No, Robert, we're talking about everything gone. Yes.
Yeah, goodbye.
Yes, I would be worth millions today if it weren't for that beautiful spot on a female. And they have more than one beautiful spot. But let's start there and let's continue. But yes.
Wow, how
Yeah,
old are we?
you've made your fucking point.
I
man.
know. I'm moving on. Bobby, I'm moving on, my friend.
Okay, let her rip.
Okay.
It's funny, we went from DeSantis to vagina.
Well, now wait a
Well, maybe that makes sense. I don't know.
Transition right there. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
he's a pussy.
He is a bit of a pussy, is he not,
You
Bettina?
can't vote for him. Matt, what is wrong with you? You know what? Like, the whole difference is that Trump is this huge movement
I know.
of national sovereignty and people working and getting jobs and, you know, all of this I mean, when I was at the December 12th rally in Washington, D.C., and I have pictures of this, there was this huge, and it was packed, millions of people who come out and they feel this amazing joy, loving their country. This is what people don't understand, because liberals are by and large angry and bitter and hateful, and they don't understand the notion of a whole bunch of people screaming and yelling. It's like a rock concert. You love your country. You're going to make it the best thing possible for your kids and all of this. And I saw in the street, my husband and I just talked about it.
And they're not being and they're not being violent like the left. When they protest, they have rallies, they get violent.
We don't do anything.
Yeah.
And there's all these people that are Jews and black and Hispanic and
Why is
guys
there,
in native
she's up too loud,
headdresses.
Dave.
I just turned it down.
Okay. Go.
I'm
go.
aware.
Go.
There's all these people that are just happy and hugging each other. And they cross every socioeconomic boundary. They're blacks, they're Muslims, they're Jews, they're Hispanics, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, Venezuelans, Chinese, and they're all just happy.
Don't leave out the Irish.
No. There should be no Irish. No Irish.
No, we don't allow the Irish.
No Irish ever.
So
Ever.
They drink all the beer. They're not allowed.
No, screw them. They're the worst. Turn her up a little bit. Yeah.
Italians like me.
Well, I could not have guessed Viviano. Well, Italian? No kidding. Yeah, I'd be a son of a gun. And by the way, her mother, what a beautiful woman, was a dancer in Vegas. But you were born where, Bettina?
In St. Louis, Missouri.
And then you traveled to Nevada at some point.
Well, my mom lived there before me. That's when she went on the date with Elvis and all that. She ran away from home when she was like 18. She was born in Nashville and, you know, in the Depression, poor, one of 12. My mother literally picked cotton. No joke.
Did she talk about the date with Elvis? I mean, let's get this out.
Yeah. And by the way, wow. I saw Bobby. I saw Bobby, and he looked over and it's like, yeah, is that true?
Not true. I want to know what happened.
No. I want to hear the gory details.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
it's so
there was a
not
lot of
a great
bacon.
Story at all. She said that it was when he did his first show at the Frontier, so he wasn't that famous yet. She thought he was the most handsome guy she'd ever seen. I remember when he died, she came in crying her eyes out.
Is he not though? Is he not? Because I call him that. I say he's the most handsome man who ever lived.
No comparison to Brad Pitt and Robert.
No.
Redford.
He was the guy,
Redford.
right?
He's beautiful.
Yes, and that's by the way, you're not the first woman who has described Elvis that way as calling him beautiful.
So I want to go back to it. What did your mother tell you? Did they do it that night?
Stop it, Marty.
Oh God, that's my
I need
brother.
to know.
That's my brother Mart. Bettina,
I'm asking a question here.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know too.
She didn't like him. She thought he was cheap. He didn't tip the cocktail waitress.
Oh,
she had to go tip the
that's
cocktail
horrible.
That
waitress.
sucks. That's a bad story.
And so they just went out and had drinks and, you know, whatever. She didn't do it. But then when I was growing up, I had my entire bedroom was posters of Elvis. My wallet had pictures of Elvis. I had every record. I could sing every song. And I thought he was my dad, okay? I thought my mom secretly had done it with him, and he was my real father.
Oh,
and I used to send him every year on January 8th a birthday card.
Oh.
And we used to go backstage and see him in Vegas because I grew up going to Vegas all the time. Her friends were all still there. And when I met him, he was so sweet because I was like a kid. And I'm like, did you get my birthday card? Now imagine he got 10 million of them.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, yes, I remember. I put it up on the fireplace.
Oh.
And, you know, that's not true. I mean, come on.
Wait, hold on.
And
by the way, that Aloha in Hawaii, 1974, 3 years before he died, he sort of lost his voice. Here's the thing about Elvis. I'll give you some rundown here. Stuff you may not truly know. But my dad, who is a brilliant musician,
one of the best in the planet,
and I know this, that he truly had this incredible voice in the 50s through the upper 60s, and then that Aloha in Hawaii in 74, he didn't have it. He didn't have that friggin' voice. He did have the voice in the 50s. And, of course, that swiveling hips. And you talk about a guy, a non-racist motherfucker. This guy loved and adored his black brethren.
Of course, man.
That's where he got his act.
Exactly.
that's where he got his music from.
Yes.
But he...
Well, you know, he really should have not started sucking dick in Hawaii.
No,
killed his
that
voice.
killed his voice,
He
vocal
did
cords.
not.
Oh, now, come on. That man...
You're talking about Bettina's dad, man.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was my dad. Come on.
Yeah.
No, you know, after a while, like our father, you mentioned, he had to have some polyps removed, you know, and he's a singer and he sings strong, and he did CCR forever and all that ripping stuff. After a while, it catches up with you. I'm a singer, and I know what happens, man. You start losing it. You can't hit the high registers anymore. You've got to change it up a little bit. So that's what happened to him, like a lot of musicians, a lot of entertainers. It happens to. Like Elton John. He can't hit the high notes.
No. Elton hasn't.
You
been
know,
able-
but he's still a fantastic
But by the way,
musician. And,
I know what.
Boy, talk about sucking dick.
Yeah.
oh, Robert, too easy, man.
No,
That's
did
right there.
Too easy, brother.
But did you hear what I was about to say? I just said I know what Bob's going to say right
Of
now.
course,
Yeah,
man.
You know what?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, stop it.
But in my opinion, there's not. If that is your proclivity, have a happy day. Don't shove it down our fucking throats.
Oh, here we go.
That's
Shove
all.
it down the throat.
That's all.
Right back to the throat.
Yeah, but don't. Have a happy day. Stop it with this political bullshit. And don't you think, Bettina, don't you have this concept that perhaps we're getting it together slowly, where the woke will be insignificant?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, unfortunately, I don't know that it's gone away, but, you know, they
it's not gone.
No, but they destroyed, and they're noticing it. For those of us who've been in the film business, I mean, I've been doing this since I was 19, and I worked my butt off, and I believed in something. And they destroyed the entire film industry, because now you can't even be nominated for an Oscar unless you meet diversity requirements. Well, what if your lead's a white guy? I mean, there's just certain movies, you can't make Lincoln anymore and win an Oscar?
Yeah.
I know you have Denzel play Lincoln.
Yeah, right.
That would be hysterical.
True.
I mean,
Yeah.
That would be hysterical.
Yeah, true.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
And they've done it to everything. It's not just movies and TV. It's book publishing. It's, the media is a garbage pail. Everything is ridiculous. And there's a huge, Trump wouldn't be around if there wasn't a huge backlash against all of this.
That's true.
That's a good point.
That's true.
I mean, he wouldn't be there if people weren't sick of being fed what they're supposed to believe, who they're supposed to like, what they're supposed to eat, what they're supposed to drive. There's this fascist underpinning of all of it.
Oh, yeah.
That everybody, like Jimmy and I mean, I've been in Hollywood 40 years. All my friends are gay. I couldn't care less. I don't even want to tell you what I've done. But the thing is...
Whoa.
Let's go back.
Hold on.
Yeah, let's get back there.
Wait, Bobby. Wait, hold on.
Back it up.
See, and but Bobby, but Bobby Carradine, isn't this swell that when a female does it, it doesn't make her a lesbian?
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, we don't.
You suck one dick, you're gay.
No, you are, and by the way, you are gay. But females, no. So Bettina, nicely done.
Well, I mean, I don't care. Jim, my husband and I, we don't want anybody in our bedroom. We don't want to be in anybody else's. We don't want to hear about it. We don't want anybody near the kids. That's the only thing we ask.
Yeah.
And, you know, the rest of it is leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Don't tell my guns. Don't tell me what to do. Don't touch my kids. Don't freak them out.
Well, how about these these competitive swimmers that used to be men that are racing against women?
Riley Gaines. It's wrong.
Well, they're
It's
still
wrong.
men.
They're hurting
That is
women.
that's not okay.
And by the way, Riley Gaines, man, what a hero, what a great gal she is. I love her. And she came out and she said, this is bullshit. She finally called it out. No, man. We tied.
No.
Who'd they give the award to?
No, you're
Of course
right.
They give it to
You're
the
right.
guy.
Riley Gaines, one of the great broads on the
she's
planet.
fucking
I mean,
awesome.
even Sheryl Crow moved to Tennessee from Los Angeles and said, Cheryl, one-ply toilet paper.
Stinky Crow.
No, you never want to shake her hand or smell her fingers.
Never. One sheet of toilet.
Yeah, yes.
When you do
See,
number
you know.
two.
Yes. See, you know this. No. Bettina knows this, and I know this about Sheryl Crow. But she said her decision to trade out a life in L.A. for a life in Tennessee saved her life. And this is someone who is quote unquote woke left. And I don't think they truly are. I think most of these people have to go with the status quo.
For their career, they believe that.
Yes. No,
Well, dude, she hangs out with-
No, they don't believe it.
Right.
It's lockstep to save their career.
I mean, she's hanging out with Kid Rock sometimes. That tells you something. Because Kid Rock, we all know what Kid's all about. And I love Kid Rock. And he's friends with Cheryl. He's friends with... And by the way, he will not be friends with people that are complete... these woke,
and
lefty
P.S.
sons of bitches. No, he will... Okay, look, man.
No,
he's
you're
not-
wrong. You're wrong, Mark.
No.
Sean Penn and
they finally
are buddies.
They finally made up because they were neighbors.
But see, I love that. I love that in America.
Hey, does that music mean we're done?
Almost.
Oh,
Just a
please,
little Kid
God,
Rock
let this
coming at
end.
you.
Yeah.
Please, God, let this end. A quote from Robert Carradine.
So well, because he's hungry. Bettina. So talk to me.
Yes, darling.
See, she knows how to play a guy.
That's a Texas
She has
thing,
played me since day one, and I love her for that.
Day one is so easy.
Oh no, because it's not me. It's any.
You got rolled.
It's but Tina, it's not me. It's any
your
male.
wallet.
It's any male. It's any male when it comes to a lovely female. It's any male. And we're all rolled because we love the vagina.
Oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
We fucking did that last hour.
No,
Hey, Matt, the thing is that she called you darling. And, okay, so I've been in the dating scene for a while, and it sucks. But when a chick texts you, hey, love, hey, darling, they know what they're doing. Hi, love, how's your day going?
Well, yeah, but you
they know
should know.
exactly what they're
But you
freaking
should
doing.
know.
I told
that.
Bettina I fell in love with her last week. It was easy.
Wow.
Totally easy.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're
She's
coming
great.
for
She
your
is great.
wallet.
Fucking great.
It's the best.
Hey, so Patina, I don't need to be number one on the call sheet, okay? Just so you know.
I just need my own 3-room trailer.
Yeah, my 3-room trailer.
Flush toilet. Yeah.
By the way, Bettina, I have some ideas on scripts, and I'm no Dumbolt. And it's not simply about making something to make an impression, but it's making something to make an impression and make money. So you know what? I will bring them to you, and I want Robert Carradine involved because he's one of the good guys. Do you not agree with that after spending a few minutes with the great Bobby Carradine.
Well, if he could clean up that
I
potty
love
mouth.
him. No, I mean, I'm glad to know that I have a shot at him because he's single.
Wow.
So, yeah.
All right,
Oh.
Patina.
Hey, and I need to be the transportation coordinator.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've got a casting couch, Bobby.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
I'm really happy to hear that.
You're going to have to put out.
Yeah, I think Bob has a chick in his life these days, right? You got to...
Negative.
He's
Oh,
single.
you don't?
Wow. Single.
Well, that makes two
You know
of
what,
us.
Bob? We need to go
That
out of
makes-
the town.
That makes... by the way, Bob, that makes rare occasion in my life, one of the rare occasions, I'm also single.
Well, me too.
So
Me too. We're a bunch of freaking losers.
Well, let's...
Oh, my God. And someone's going to cut you too loose at the rainbow?
Yeah. No.
Oh, boy. Somebody roll over and dial.
All right. But Tina, Viviana, I certainly look forward to seeing you there in Dallas. And I'm not the first guy that would ever say, okay, yeah, I'll fly to Dallas and I'll stay at your house, because we never met in person. But I think I could do that with you. Am I wrong?
People do it every week. Are you kidding?
Okay. So who is that? Robert F. Kennedy? I mean, who's staying with you?
We have people, I mean, I literally the whole entire month, my birthday's coming, and we just have everybody coming starting October 1st through November 2nd. It's crazy time. But we have, 4 guest bedrooms.
Oh, that's sweet.
All right. I think
And probably a barn or two.
I think I could occupy one of them.
Well, there you
All right,
go.
good. I love this woman. I love that man. I love that man, Bobby. I love that man. And I appreciate...
Favorite name, by the way.
What?
Bobby's my favorite name for a guy.
Is that right?
Hi, Patina.
All-time favorite.
I like long walks on beaches.
Oh, yeah.
It's my new alias.
And casting couches.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I could put this connection together.
Be back 2 and 2.
Yeah. No, I love this. I love this. And for those of you hanging out with us on YouTube and Rumble.com and Twitter, a.k.a. X. Yeah, we do this for you. We're not making a buck because
Yeah,
of
we
doing
are.
this. We are?
Robert is.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Robert hasn't given you.
I hope
Robert hasn't given you the invoice yet.
Believe. I hope Bob is, because I wish nothing but great fucking things for that man, and I have felt that since the day I met him. So it just proves to me, and you're gonna hate this, that I am always right about people. I truly am correct about people.
Not one to boast.
I know, not one to boast, but I am true. I am truly correct about this.
Marty, flip me off for you.
All right, Bettina, Viviana, I love you dearly. Thank you.
Love you. See you soon.
Bye, Patina. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. You got a new actor in your, not only an actor, how about a movie star?
How about a racing driver?
How about a racing driver? How about that? He's a big racing guy.
There you go.
Okay, there you go. You notice she has no Texas accent.
No.
Because the last place she lived was Vegas.
But she did say darling. That's a Texas thing.
Oh, no.
I just say y'all all the time.
Oh, yeah, you have
people
to.
out.
Almost married a woman from Texas. Should have done that. All right. This is it. Thank you. Thanks for watching us.
Love
man.
you guys, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This,
Thank you.
You guys are awesome.
this, by the way,
Bye,
is,
Bettina.
this, by the way, is the after show. All right.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks for having me.
And let Chicago go to hell. There's people leaving New York City like they rang the fire bell. They call themselves enlightened, but cancel those who don't agree. I wish all these folks who claim they're woke would just go